What's up, Rico?
I don't know, man. What's up with you? Long time no see, man.
Rise from the grave, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Altered Beast, dog. Just fucking got the Altered Beast Omicron fucking Delta.
So what do you want to talk about first, dude? COVID or the fucking the seventh ring of hell and Dante's Inferno?
Yeah. Oh my god,
I mean,
dude. Yeah, I mean, it fucking put me out, brother. I've never been that sick before in my life.
Really?
No, man. Have
you ever had pneumonia or anything like that?
No, I'm lucky. I've never really ever
even the fake E. coli thing?
Yeah, fake E. coli might have been the worst thing I'd ever gotten, dude.
Was it worse than this COVID thing?
Oh, wait, this was way worse, I think.
Oh, okay.
I literally was in bed for days.
Put some respect on COVID's name.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit, man. I don't know. I just didn't think it was going to hit me as hard as it did. The first 3 days, Megan was, like, worried because...
How often do you get the flu? Or how often do you...
never. That's what I'm saying. I'm never sick. If I ever stay home from work, I'm just like a pussy, and I'm just like...
You just want to drink chocolate milk and watch Scooby-Doo fucking all day long?
Top ramen, just like, yeah, I'm like, fuck yeah. But, yeah, I never really get the flu. I never really get sick.
Have you ever done that before?
Oh, fuck yeah.
When I was a kid, I'd kind of feel shitty. And like, maybe now it's like, that would be fucking forward thinking, you know what I mean? It'd be like, this,
definitely,
we need to do this more often. Like, I barely feel kind of shitty. Like, I could totally go to school and I would just play up.
Put the thermometer on the light and then like...
Yeah, I'd like stick it in my ass and be like, I'm dying.
It's like... You're like, dude, your temperature's so high, we gotta rush you to the hospital. You're like, wait, we'll give you another minute.
Just give me some Ovaltine and the channel changer, and then you just watch Scooby-Doo.
You're like, put Scooby-Doo on. Like,
you just watch Scooby-Doo all day long.
It was always the Sonny and Cher one, too.
Or the Batman and Robin.
Those are the best ones, dude. That was the Harlem Globetrotters. Like, oh, fuck, dog.
Anything Hanna-Barbera or just a fucking wall, like... Right before it opens up, it's just a completely different color, and you just know it's coming. You're just
like, dude, I'm ready, dude.
Like, I was impressed by, like, fucking dad or some shit. I'd be like, hey, check this out. Like, you see that wall, dude? It's gonna open up right now. He's like, stop. And it just does. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, I've seen enough fucking Hanna-Barbera to know, dude.
I know, dude.
I know.
But, yeah, man, I would do that as a kid all the time, and... I'm the worst, and the thing is, I am the worst sick person. When I'm sick, I'm just the worst person, dude. I'm just like...
Well, there's plenty of that going around.
A pussy, dude. I'm like barely alive. Like, I could barely eat or like drink much. Like, it was bad, dude. I wanted to like read all these comic books and like play games. I just couldn't even fucking get out of bed, dude. It was terrible. But
damn. So what'd you do?
I just took a bunch of vitamins that my dad brought.
Did you try to like sleep it off? That's like
all I did. That's all sleep. I fucking.
That's a good way to do it.
I was like getting bed sores and shit. Like my back was hurting so bad, dude.
Oh yeah,
like,
that'll happen for sure.
It was terrible. Luckily, I have those fucking rollers here, dude. Like, oh my god.
I bet you when you're sick too, like that kind of shit hurts more.
Your back plus the achy body.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, I thought I was like paralyzed at one point.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
It was
pain.
so bad.
I feel like pain. That was one thing that one of the guys I work with, the only person that I work with that, well, that's not true. 2 people I work with got COVID.
Huh.
One of them, the main thing was just like an achy body, and then he's already kind of like rickety, like got some issues like with like
physical
joints and shit.
Oh,
like
definitely.
A hip surgery when he was young because of some like cartilage thing, and like he's like, dude, it's fucking, it was brutal. So. And then some people don't really like deal with a lot of that. It's more, what's it called? The older you get, the Jesus Christ, dude. Like, it is like a multiplier. You know, like when you're fucking at the casino and you hit like one of those cool sprees where it's like multiple, and then it keeps going and it keeps going, dude. It's like, dude, the older you get, dude, you're if you're playing the like Hobbit slot machine, like you're like, you got the ring like on the Mount Mordor or whatever, dude. It's like, oh no, this isn't gonna end well.
No,
like, this isn't good. Like, fucking Jesus.
Yeah, it was the achy body, I think, was the worst part of it. I've just never felt like that before, dude. I was taking like 6 showers a day just to like feel anything. Like Jeremy was making me laugh because he's like, that's the cure to any sickness, dude. You just took like 8 showers. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like my fucking skin was like melting off. Like, because Megan kept saying like, don't turn it on too hot. Like, we don't want you to like raise your fever or anything. And I'm like, okay, I just turn it on as hot as I could. I just fucking melting in there.
It's not a. I mean, I don't know. That might be just like an old wives' tale or some shit. I'm sure if you.
Well, she had this belief the first night, dude. It was like fucking torture because she's like, you can't use a blanket and we have to have the fan on you.
What?
She's like, we're going to give you a little sheet and we're going to put the fan on you because if you wear because I was taking aspirin and you're supposed to break the fever and I was going to be sweating and she's like, we don't want to get you too hot. So she just gave me this little sheet and kept the fucking fan on me. And she laid on top of the other side of the sheet. So I like barely had any sheet and I was just like, being tortured alive, dude. Like, I did not sleep much that night. Like, I was just, like, shivering in the fucking corner and shit. I was like, holy fuck, man. Like, it was so bad. But, thank God for the fucking vitamins. I just was, like, taking vitamin C, D, quercetin, fucking magnesium. I think that's it, really. Just fucking had a little regimen I was doing every morning and every night. And it got me better for sure.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, even if it was just like placebo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm all down for those sugar pills, dude. Like, make me think something, dude. Yeah,
it was funny. One time I said something like, Oscar didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, placebo. She's like, what is that? I was like, you've never heard that word before? She's like, no. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like,
what did they teach you in school now? Like, come on. I know, that's a little strange.
That's like, I mean, you have a science degree, fucking, like, it's like
hypothesis.
Every single fucking clinical trial has to have some like placebo aspect of it.
Is this motherfucker making shit up when he takes his pill? Or
it tripped me out. She was like 25 and she's like, I don't know what placebo means. I was like, oh no.
That's so good.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, see, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
there's some cracks.
Sometimes not good.
Education like learn some huge fucking cracks in it. Okay, that's an old piece of wood. It's got plenty of cracks.
Oh my god,
you can fall between. I was like, Jesus. But no, I mean, yeah, I mean, who knows? It's all fucking.
Who really knows?
They don't. It's yeah. I mean, it should help a little bit though, theoretically.
The vitamin D for sure. Just because I wasn't getting any sun and like. My dad just like got this theory where he's just like,
it's not even the best type of vitamin. Like taking vitamin D is like, it's nowhere near as good as like
actual sunlight.
Getting it from the sun. But I mean,
it's true. But
and for a minute there, like I know early on there was a statistic going around. I was like 70-something% of people in the ER with COVID like were vitamin D deficient.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, if you really look at it, I'm sure most of the world's vitamin D deficient, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah.
We're all working in fucking doors and just like
and there's
go home and you don't see the sun much. I don't see it much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm like bathing and I have so much vitamin D it like comes out of my urine, dude.
That's sick, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure this thing on my hand is like skin cancer, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the doctor. Like, it's okay. It's
no,
okay.
Dude, you just wait to get in a car accident, and then they're like saving your life. They're like, by the way, that thing on your hand is cancer.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm not like, I'm not fucking the doctor or anything. But
oh my god,
if someone was like, what is that? You like gun to my head. You have to guess right. I'd be like, that's fucking cancer, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Dude. Yeah, man, it was a fucking touchy-go, like, situation. It was up and down. One day I'd feel fine, I'd get up, and the next day I'd just be fucking back in it, dude.
That sucks.
So, I'm glad it's over.
When my sister got it, she said, like, she was sick, and then she felt better, and then, like, the eighth day, like, the second wave came and fucking just fucked her up.
That's what it felt like for me, too.
And that's how a lot of people, like, a lot of the older people that end up dying. I know, like, my dentist, right? He passed away, which is kind of sad.
Terrible.
I've known him, like, my whole life is fucked up. But, he, like, they all thought he was doing better. And then, like, that 8th day came and just fucking wiped him out and just killed him.
Fuck,
I was like,
brother.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, it makes sense, too, because one minute you think you're on the mend, and the next you're just like, why do I feel so shitty again? Like, it was just fucking
It's kind of crazy, because all there's, like, you know, you hear all this Omicron talk, and then I knew a lot of people that got COVID, like, this last couple of weeks.
That Christmas break,
ever since that fucking shit popped up, it's like a lot of people were like, what the fuck was that? A lot of people were like, dude, I got COVID. I'm like, what? And then I was like, oh my god, it's Omicron. And then you start listening to the symptoms and stuff, you're like, oh, actually, that doesn't sound like you got Omicron. It sounds like you got Delta. But and then even you lost your sense of taste and smell, right?
Dude, yeah. And That I think that was probably the weirdest part for me because every day I was taking like 4 showers and just putting fucking body wash on each time just so I could make sure I could smell still. And then one day I take a shower, put the body wash on, couldn't smell it. And then we got some Jamba Juice, took a sip, couldn't fucking taste it, and I was
That's
like,
when you know, dude.
Yeah,
you can't taste the fucking white gummy, dude. It's
dude,
over.
yeah, it was like terrible. It was like still good somehow. I was like, how the fuck is this still good, man? Like white gummy, dude. Like it's the fucking most unhealthy thing on the menu.
It wasn't
like,
white gummy.
Yeah, they were like, you want the fucking green machine? I'm like, give me the fucking sugar, dude. Like, fucking hook me up, man. But it was unfortunate too because you hear a lot of people like they're all, you know, I have a lot of people that are like not necessarily playing it safe and, you know, kind of doing what they want. And unfortunately for me, I just went to go see family on Christmas, dude. You know, like I work all the time and then come home. I don't really go out.
But you got it before Christmas.
I think I got it the day after.
Oh,
because we went to my. That was the scary part because I just went to my
Megan was
dad's
sick
house.
before that.
Yeah, she was. She was.
But you didn't know.
We didn't know because we didn't know what it was. At first, she was just like, I kind of feel shitty. And I was just like, like...
That's why we didn't do the podcast.
No, it's exactly. It's, you know, we've been on hiatus for a minute, it feels like.
Yeah.
Almost 3 weeks or some shit,
Yeah,
dude.
something like that. It's close.
But I'm glad we did that because, yeah, it fucking hit us hard, dude. And that would have been dangerous as fuck, dude. But I missed this, dude. I missed you. And, like... Yeah, you, man. Yeah, it's weird.
Glad
like,
you're fucking...
I know, bro.
I'm glad you're okay, dude.
I made it, dude.
I mean, I was, you know, I called and check up on you. I had all that extra shit that my mom had, so I brought... Well, no, it wasn't a lot of stuff, but a little bit. I came by and just, like, dropped it off and ran. I was like, oh.
Yeah, just threw it over the fence. It was cool because we had a cool support system with my dad and you, my brother, like...
Your dad's all into that shit, isn't he?
Oh my god, dude.
He's like drinking.
He was like waiting for this
bro.
moment for like one of us to get it. He was like, "I'll nurse you back, brother." I was like, "Cool, thank you, Dad." He just like put on a breast pump and like filled it with vitamin D and like had me drink it. I was like, But yeah, shout out to my dad, dude. Like
just like bone marrow or some shit.
Yeah, he
like
was
whatever.
just ready, dude.
I don't know, something. What has a lot of bones have a lot of vitamin D, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's where it goes to. I don't know. I think vitamin D, if you listen to it, it's like it's not even like a vitamin. It's like a hormone.
Oh shit!
It's like a steroid almost, like a certain type of one.
Well, that almost makes sense a little bit too.
Yeah, that's why it can like do. It does more than just like I don't know. There's a lot of shit on it. If anyone's interested, you can just fucking Google it. It's interesting. It's not the pill form of it is. It's something, but it's not like the shit.
It's not a replacement for the actual sun.
It's not like you know, if you go ride a bike outside all day and the sun's beating on you, you feel pretty good.
Oh,
but it's like the exercise also.
That was the weird part because I started taking a couple walks around here just to like get some sun and like I would feel so good just
even depressed people like that.
That was
vitamin
the biggest
D
thing.
Bump you get from just walking around in the sun for a while. Like
that was the biggest thing, dude. Because I got depressed.
Get you kind of like you can get a little like jacked off of it. Not jacked, but like a
serotonin burst.
It's it's a hormone. It's weird. I don't know how to explain. I'm not. Dude, but clearly I'm not the person that should be explaining this because I know that there's some like there's some nuance to it, but I'm not fucking.
Well, I was in these 4 walls for fucking 2 weeks, dude, and all I had was time to think about everything, dude. Just my life. Like, it was weird. I love my life. I'm in a good spot, but for some reason, bro, I was just depressed, dude.
That's why everyone tries to like. Well, not everyone. Actually, I'm pretty sure most people like are scared to even like mention it, but some people would say that like fluvoxamine is like a good thing to give someone that just gets like say you just test positive for COVID. Like if you get a doctor who is like didn't really give a fuck about someone judging them, like because that's like one thing that some people say. Like some doctors will like give you fluvoxamine. I know my mom got it from my aunt, who's like, I mean, it's not a good example because I'm pretty sure she's like clinically insane, but she is a doctor and like she got her prescription for like all kinds of. She pretty much got her the like.
That's good though.
The like cocktail that like fucking Aaron Rodgers took or whatever. You know
Magic
what I mean?
Johnson took.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. So like she had like fluvoxamine, like fucking all this shit, and
that's good though.
But it's like an antidepressant. It's like a low grade SSRI.
That's what I was
so like
hearing,
it's
dude.
supposed to. Wait, it also has like anti viral properties to it. So like it's supposed to like maybe in theory like try to help prevent reproduction of like the. I mean, like I said, I'm not a fucking.
Definitely.
I'm not an expert on this shit. I mean, I've read a fucking piece of paper like once, but you know, it's also like an antidepressant. Like a lot of like long-term COVID things like is like depression. Like some people, my mom fucking got it sick right now, but I don't think that actually. I mean, that has something to do with it, but she's got a tendency. She has a history of it, so it's not like it's like not unprecedented for her to have something like this. You know, it's just like
definitely. Well, there's medical depression or clinical depression, and I just think everybody deals with it on different levels. Like, I've been depressed as a kid. You know, there's times where I wasn't like the happiest I could have been, but it was mainly the way I was living my life. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a difference between, you know, like there's people who have a good life and everything's kind of going good, and then they're depressed, right? For some weird reason.
Yeah.
Now, maybe an SSRI of some sort would be kind of a good thing to help you like get out of that situation. But then there's people that like have fucking just
debilitating,
fucked up lives and nothing's going good, and you know anyone in their support system they could possibly rely on they can't fucking trust, and they're just fucking, you know, like some situation like Tori from fucking Cobra Kai, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
how she even makes it out.
You know what I mean? Like,
like
that kind of situation. It's like I don't necessarily know if an SSRI would be good for that. You might not be the candidate for it, or you could try it out for a month or whatever. But
definitely,
if it doesn't really work, then it's probably not the problem. It's probably just you're gonna have to make some big changes to get the fuck away from whatever's.
Definitely,
you know, if you can, and it's crazy.
That's the truth, because most people can't.
Because some people, there's nothing you can really do, and that's a fucking shitty situation to be in.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And
scary,
it happens
dude.
to a lot of fucking people too.
It hit me so fast, and like I was almost like shocked that it was happening. I was just like, I couldn't figure it out. I was just like, dude, I just feel sad. Like I'm upset.
One time I had something like that. It was whenever I took some. Which is funny because this is something else that sometimes people get for COVID. In the COVID cocktail is Prednisone. Mm-hmm. I take it when I get poison oak.
Oh,
because it's a steroid.
Telling me that, yeah.
It's like a general use oral steroid, and it has some I just fucked my jacket up, dude. What the fuck? Okay, well, it has some weird like side effects to it. Like it'll make you like. Dude, it's fucking.
Put a gun in your mouth, dude. Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. I took it once because I was I had some sick ass poison oak and I was not doing good. Mm-hmm. And I went to the doctor and they were like, "Hey man, like we don't really want to give you prednisone anymore because you've taken it so much." I'm like, dude, you guys will subscribe this shit to someone for 20 years that has like fucking some weird, you know, hand bone arthritis shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
You'll fucking literally give someone a subscription to this for 20 years. And I've taken it a couple times, like in the last couple years, and you're like, you know what? Why don't you go suffer, you fucking son of a bitch? I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to Mexico and fucking buy it myself.
Yeah.
So I went to Mexico and I bought some fucking prednisone when I went. And the next time I got poison oak, I just followed my old prescription bottle that's like you know, the tablets were like 10 milligrams or whatever, and it was like take 5 the first 3 days, and then take 2 and then take 1 or something, or 3 and then 1. Like the next 3 days take 3 and then you're supposed to wean off of it. Some doctors, it's weird because I've had a doctor tell me you have to wean off of this shit, and then there's other doctors that are like, don't wean off of it because the longer you're on it, the more damage it does. So I'm just like, well, it's like crazy how fucking doctors in the same Kaiser fucking.
It's like, what do you believe?
They don't even have the same.
It's all a placebo to them. Like, we'll see what happens, dude.
It's like, dude, there's no general consensus on this. Like, you guys are saying contradictory shit. But either way, I took the Mexican prednisone, and I know people are like, that's fucking racist. It was prednisone from Mexico.
Yeah,
okay?
so,
it was generic prednisone.
So it's Mexican prednisone.
Exactly. It fucking fucked me up, dude. I was so mad and angry, and I ate like a fucking pig, bro. I could not eat enough food. And then I was like, just hair triggered, just aggression and shit, and I was like, dude, and then I stopped. When I was taking it, I was like that, and then I stopped, and then I had this like insane chemically induced like depression fit that lasted for like 2.5 weeks or some
That's
shit.
scary.
And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? I was mind fucked.
That's terrifying.
And then it finally just went away. I was like, thank God, I've never touched that fucking prednisone.
Hell
I've never touched it again. It's just sitting there. I'm like, I'm not taking that shit.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, but it's weird because the other one, I never had that. So
wow,
I know, and it's crazy because it's like the same chemical compound, or it should be at least.
What the fuck, man? Yeah, it's scary, dude. Even just I'm weird about taking stuff in general, so I'm just always like.
Luckily, like we were all gonna, me and you or whoever, like we're all gonna survive.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm healthy enough to where it just kind of it kept me down for a little bit, but you know I got back up and just fucking pushed through and ate food when I couldn't taste it. I think that was the worst part. Like, texture was a big thing when you can't taste food, and like
it doesn't help with like the depression thing. Because,
hell no,
because
dude.
that's like
that's supposed to give you some life, right? Like
that was one thing. That was one reason why I knew that I was experiencing something, is because I could taste food, but it didn't taste
your soul,
the
dude.
Same, dude.
Yeah,
like it just didn't. And
no,
I was
it was like
there's some pleasure. That's why I eat so much. It's like it's some fucking like weird little, you know, it's some.
What's
like
that?
there's
What's that
you know it's some like
it's
like a what's a okay, go ahead.
It's like a I forget, it's a movie or a song where it's like food's gone, like wine's lost its taste, like there's just this thing that happens sometimes where like, you know, food and drink is supposed to fucking give you happiness in life.
Pretty much,
and
know.
It just wasn't doing that for me, and it was almost like a chore to eat. Like I was like, this is fucked up.
I mean, is there a fucking fate worse than
Oh,
that,
dude, no.
It sucks because
No.
there's a lot of people that actually feel like that all the time.
I know, and it's like you get to experience a little bit of it, and it was like I stopped eating my favorite foods because I was ruining them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna get some tacos from fucking Serrano's, and I eat it, and it just
sucks ass.
Ruined it. Yeah,
I feel bad because I know that's what my mom's like going through right now. I'm like, what do you want to eat? She's like, I fucking, you know, she doesn't want to eat.
Pain and misery. That's all you want to eat.
And I'm like, you want chicken salad? And then I'll go get the best chicken salad from town I could. Like I'll like do like an hour worth of like where's the best chicken salad. I'll go
Yelp
get
research.
I'll just get this epic fucking grilled chicken cob, like fucking bacon, ranch, tomatoes, everything. And then she's like, show up. And she's like, this is too big. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, fuck.
It's
like,
brutal, dude.
I'm like,
It's
okay,
brutal,
well,
man.
I fucked up somehow, and that's okay, but you're supposed to eat it, goddamn it.
I know. And it's like we were watching all these food shows and shit, and I was just trying to...
and then it's like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, it's
it
like...
it wasn't that good.
It was
I'm
barely
like,
all right.
It looks a lot better than I tasted. I'm like, okay.
You're like,
Fuck me, right?
I love you, though. Like,
yeah, I'm going to force you to watch Cobra Kai Season 4 in one day now.
Shout outs to fucking Cobra Kai, dude. That's like the only thing that like, brought me back to life. I was like on my deathbed, dude, and then she's like, the new season dropped. And I was like, what? Like, opened my eyes for the first time. I was like, fuck, dude. We binged it all in like a day and a half. It was fucking crazy.
I watched
dude.
it twice, dude.
It's so good.
It's so
good.
bad because it's so legit. It's
Holy
so good.
shit, man. I was on fucking cloud nine watching that shit, dude. It was so cool. I think that was like the one like saving grace was just having good TV shows like that, dude. Like we watched so much shit, dude.
That's cool.
Fucking The Queen's Gambit. I almost don't remember it because I was like in like a lucid dream the whole time I was watching it because I was like so sick. But that was a fucking cool one too, dude. It made me want to play chess so bad.
Yeah,
dude.
The Queen's Gambit is pretty good.
It's fucking.
It's pretty good.
It makes you think, dude.
I like how she's just like the biggest fuck up I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like as far as being like the hero of the story,
yeah,
it's like I've never seen any hero of any story be that
flawed.
much of a fucking just complete fuck up, and it's like pretty badass.
Oh, it's actually pretty cool, and like it's cool that like,
and it's not like she's that big of a fuck up. She's just big enough of a fuck up to where she can still like succeed in her like, but like there's no doubt about it. Like
there's a couple of times where you're like, God damn,
there's like almost every single person
dude.
she meets, like all the relationships she has of any consequences, all of them are like, hey man, like you're a fuck up, like you're fucking up.
They like sleep with her one time, they're just like, fuck, dude, like I can feel it inside you, like there's something not there. She's like, yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that show's all right.
It wasn't like fucking I liked how short it was too. I think that's what was good about it. It was just short and sweet, and you just got to watch it, and it was done, and like cool.
It wasn't like 24 episodes.
Yeah, it wasn't like fucking Stranger Things or like some shit. You're like,
well, Stranger Things is not that long, I don't think. But
there's just a lot of seasons of it.
I was thinking of like 90s like season, like there's old shows that were like hour-long episodes, and there was 24 in a season, and you're just like,
oh my god,
it's like, wow.
That was the truth, though. They changed that fucking big time, right? Like,
they were the
longest seasons.
They don't
back
do that.
then.
They don't do it. I think there was like a big strike with the people that made the people in showbiz. There was like a big strike and like a union effort to like, hey, we're dropping the seasons down from 20, because it was like. They pretty much had to do double the work.
Yeah, dude. Well, think about that though.
And they were like, dude, we're
almost done. We're just gonna do one more season. And you're like, God, that's another.
It was 24/7, dude. And it was like, and it actually, I feel like it doesn't necessarily benefit to, you know what I mean? Like, you
almost get wiped out from watching that much, right? Like,
I don't know how. It almost seems like it's more filler shit.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if you condense it, it's like you get kind of, get to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, fucking...
I'm done with all these vegetables.
Like, what are we doing with this bullshit, dude? Like, come on. Like, we're just creating problems now. Just to, like,
if you fucking creating people raging out, dude, over these fucking shows, man.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe we should cut this shit down a little bit. And, at first, you're like, oh, I don't know. But now it's pretty clear that was a good move.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
At least, those 10 episode seasons of Cobra Kai are fucking. They're like they're perfect. They're perfect.
Because we come from that generation. I almost want more always.
No, but like say if every season was 24 episodes, it would be so much more like just fucking everyone just bitching at each other, and it's like at that point you're like, man, this is a little.
There was enough. There was enough drama. With
that was probably the problem with Degrassi also, is because like, they're like. Well, we got, it's 24 episodes. Like
she's been raped, kidnapped, fucking
killed, brought back from the dead. Like it's like too much, dude. It's
Let's give them gonorrhea.
The bracelets.
Holy shit, dude! Shout out to bracelets, dude.
Oh my god!
If nobody knows, fucking watch that episode, dude. Fucking Emma.
Degrassi was the shit, dude.
It was fucking funny,
it was pretty
dude.
Good.
It'd make you laugh. It'd make you cry. It'd make you fucking like on the edge of your seat.
And if you had like any knowledge about it whatsoever, it was like a shoot or just straight into like the hot girl group, dude.
Most of the hot girls that I hung out with were like, because I like watched Degrassi, and be like, let's hang out sometime. They're like, name one character from Degrassi. I'd be like, Emma. They're like, come on over to you. I'm like, yeah. But shout outs to fucking good shows. I watched Camp Cretaceous, Jurassic Park on fucking Netflix. It's like an animated show. Pretty fucking good, dude. Pretty fucking good. It's just like a baby show. It was actually cool. It's like, it goes after Jurassic World, and Dr. Wu, he's creating all the hybrid dinosaurs. So on this island, he's created the Indominus Rex like in the movie, but he also did the Scorpius Rex. And it's like so unnatural to like what dinosaurs are that they can't release it into the park, so they like freeze it. And like same thing happens in the fucking show where like one fucking fatal thing happens, like a fucking storm or something, and then all the power goes out, and then all the fucking dinosaurs are out and shit. Oh, wow. It's pretty good. Like, these kids get left behind on this island for like 6 months.
This is a show for children?
Yeah, dude.
Sounds kind of scary.
It's actually really fucking scary. Like,
it's like the scariest show
The fucking Scorpius Rex moves so creepy. It's like a fucking human being almost and shit. It can like climb trees. Like, it had poisonous quills and shit. I was like, this is fucking sick, dude.
Damn.
But just watch that, and like Megan hated me the entire time. She's like, turn that shit off. I'm like, dude,
I'm getting scared.
Yeah, I'm like, anime. I was like freaking the fuck out. I was like, come on.
Wait, was it an anime or was it a cartoon?
It's like an animated like cartoon. It's like one of those like Clone Wars.
Oh, was it?
You know? Oh. Kind of had that like weird 3D animation shit. Mm. Like, it wasn't like too cartoony, but like.
And it wasn't like like little kids could watch it, but it was maybe
definitely
more
it was
for older.
It was deep, dog. Like,
dude, everything.
I cried like 3 times. I was like, God damn this shit, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, like you can watch a show and like you can kind of just barely watch it. And you're like, this shit's stupid. And then like you really watch it because you watch it again. I know it sounds stupid watching it, but for instance, like I did watch Cobra Kai season 4 twice, bro. There's so much shit in it I missed the first time.
Definitely.
that I just like didn't remember. Like when Johnny broke the bottle. No, it was Daniel like karate chops the bottle off the top of fucking one. I was like, oh, fucking Mr. Miyagi did that in I can't remember what Karate Kid it was, but
it was like the first one, right, where they're at the beach. And
yeah,
like,
and then I was like,
army guys are like, "What's up, you fucking Jap?" And he's just like, yeah, that's like the best shit.
Like, yeah. So I was like, oh shit, like I just like totally went by my fucking, I just didn't even recognize that part, or like you could kind of see I don't want to spoil anything, but
no, for sure,
you could see what was coming down there's a lot, and then there was the one part this won't spoil anything.
No.
But whenever they're trying to get Piper to join Eagle Fang, and then they're like, she's all, he does that whole like awake speech to her. Shit's so funny. And then
it's so good.
She's like, cool, I'll check it out. And then there was these people behind her, these girls, they're like, hey, Piper, come check this out. And I was like, I don't know why I was looking back there, but they had these like boxes with them, and then those were the like Cobra Kai kits that fucking Terry Silver just got in. So I was like, because it comes as a surprise whenever you're like, hey, this bitch was supposed to show up, and she's not here. She's 20 minutes late, and then he's like, I'll DM her, and then it's just her like at Cobra Kai being like, I'm part of the Cobra Kai crew, fuck you, fucking losers, and I was like, oh shit. But then it's like, wow, like. It's not as much of a
surprise if you actually see that
if
part.
You just see what's happening over the shoulder. Yeah. It's out of focus too. That's the craziest part about it.
That's so cool, dude. Yeah, I didn't even realize that either. Because
I didn't. I did not notice it the first time I watched it. So
I'm gonna have to watch it again, dude.
Well, I mean,
it was that.
It might not be. It's good
enough
to watch it twice because I did, but I was also like trying to just get back at my mom for like being mean about me bringing her shitty salads that like were clearly the best salads I could possibly find. And like, no, I'm just kidding. But she's like, this is making me anxious, and I was just like, wow. It was like Clockwork Orange, dude. I was like,
just like turning it up. She's like, no.
She's like, who do you think's gonna win? She's like, I don't know how Eli could possibly win. I was like,
and then he just like takes his shirt off and has like a fucking
dude. That was a fuck up. No, dude. That was the big spoiler alert. Turn the show off. That was the biggest fuck up. That Robbie tried to flex and be like, "Look, I'm like on steroids. Like I'm clearly on like HGH. I'm gonna take my shirt off and like fucking be a badass." And that was the worst idea because like that's what makes him feel the most
he's
badass.
Like all cut and shit, and you're like,
he's got all those fucking he lost his mohawk, whatever. But like the fact that he still had the tattoo.
He didn't lose those abs though, dog. I was like, this guy's in shape, dog.
All those kids are. I mean,
they're wearing shirts all the time.
You can tell.
You can tell Robbie's a little fucking bigger than most. So you're like,
no,
okay,
he's short though. But
he's buff and shit. You're like, okay, he's kind of fit. But all the other ones are like wearing shirts, and yeah, Eli took that shirt off, and I was like, dude, he's fucking pretty buff, dog.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, I'm gonna do like a more plates, more dates video right now. Like, Miggy's definitely not on the juice. No. I'm pretty sure that Robbie has a stack of some sort. I'm not gonna be able to fucking.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's just like some fucking GM over the counter like. Happens to have some like Trenabol in it, even though it doesn't say that it does, or like some Mexican supplements or something.
He's doing something, bro.
Yeah, there's
more than push-ups going on in his life.
I mean, there's something going on. I mean, I'm sorry, fucking. I'm calling you out, like.
Well, he's like modeling and shit too, so like you almost have to be kind of big.
He's a good-looking kid, but like, I mean,
the hair,
dog. You can't fucking convince me that there's not a little. I mean. You know,
it looks a little unnatural.
He's got some top shelf GM supplement.
He's got someone taking care of him, for
like
damn sure.
The back shelf, top shelf.
You think that's like a fucking like a thing they require him to do to be on the show?
I don't know if it's required because I'm sure Miggy works out too, but he's just a normal person and doesn't take fucking. He probably doesn't take any fucking.
Yeah,
because he just looks so normal.
Maybe it's the role of Robbie, I think, though, because he's like supposed to be this just like monster. Like Johnny was like a monster, kind of.
He was, yeah.
You know what I mean?
A little bit. It's kind of funny because they're supposed to be like, I don't know. The tendency that I see is that like kids, like the more nutrition there is, like we're in a time of like, McDonald's, I mean, this is like an unfathomable amount of like just riches when it comes to like,
oh yeah,
you know. The amount of food that people can, or the amount of nutrients that are available to like people. You know what I mean?
Acai
like,
bowls, avocado.
You can
toast,
tell. Like so, like when I go being in Japan, you look at the old people, right? They're like a certain height. You look at people my age, they're a little taller, and then you look at young people, and they're fucking huge.
That's
and it's
very
like
true.
this was clearly, it's not necessarily like a genetic thing. It's almost like, you know, a post World War II, like, you know, this is the amount of food we kind of have to ration. The country's like it was in a fucking war zone. You know what I mean? Like, and then the diets kind of like, you know, like
I've been saying
the different diet made them get taller. So like you see like generationally, like you see like some short little like Oaxacan, like, well, that might not be that might actually be genetic because like, but you know, kind of to be short like that. But then you see, I don't know though, sometimes you see the kids and they're fucking huge and you're just like,
we had a bunch of kids coming to work like maybe a year ago.
It's like a diet based thing.
It is, because I made that joke, like, I'm 32 years old.
Like protein. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like how much...
The meat, the carnivore diets and shit.
Well, no. Just the amount of, like,
avocado
good... Yeah.
I just keep
avocado
toast.
No, I mean, come on. What are we doing? But, no, I mean, this is...
No, these kids came in and most of the guys, it might have been juniors or seniors in high school, and they were more manly than I was. Like, I was, like, freaking out. I was like, how are they taller, more chiseled, broad? Like, I was like... They just don't, like, I'm an 89 model, dog. Like, they didn't make them like that back then. Like, you know, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I wish, dude, I wish.
No, but it does seem like it's kind of odd that, you know.
There's way to that. I think you're right, dude.
It's just kind of like, I'm talking about, because we're going back to the original. This is the tangent that started with Robbie being kind of short and Robbie's mom being kind of tall and then Johnny Lawrence being kind of tall, and you're just like, why is he fucking so short? So it's kind of, for me, it's like, is he even, like, in my mind, like, if this was like a real person, I'd be like, you know, maybe the mailman's the fucking guy. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That's so
kind of weird, but you know,
my God.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's like that episode of House whenever he gets the woman by herself and he's like, look, bitch, I know those kids aren't that fucking dads. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I need to be able to say it here at least. You know what I mean? And you're like, wait, what? Like, you're like, wow. Like, just because of the eye color, like, he knows it's like genetically impossible for them to have that eye color, given the dad and the mom have those
so
eye colors. He's like,
dude.
bitch, I know you're. Who's the fucking mailman?
Who's coming?
He's just got his fucking cane. He's like digging it in her side. She's like in a hospital bed. He's like, tell me, I'm trying to save your life.
It's the gardener. He's just like,
she's like, I'm a whore. I was like, oh my God, this is fucked up, dude. I don't like watching this shit.
House, dude. Yeah, shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They always make fun on the Opie and Anthony show. They're always making fun of that shit.
Well, the
dude.
guy's a fucking dumbass.
Like,
He's like,
I gotta kill your first child to save your second child. Like, I was just like, God damn it.
the show's so stupid, dude. It's actually entertaining just because it's like the dumbest thing you'll ever see.
Yeah. It's like Degrassi and Doctor shit, dude. Yeah. You gotta fight fire with fire.
Like, I'm gonna give myself gonorrhea from you so that I can fucking...
And then make a fucking antidote with our bloods mixed with this fucking gonorrhea. You're like, oh my God.
He's like, get off of me. He's like, ah. No, okay, what are we doing? This is terrible. We're just joking about some just daydreamed rape scene from a fucking episode of House that never happened, and we're just, this is sick.
Did it happen though, dude?
Stop it. We're done.
We'll watch the episode, dude. We'll show you, dude.
For the record, I'm anti-rape, okay?
Yeah, I'm anti-rape, dude. I don't fuck with that shit, dude.
Unless there's a funny joke to be made, then I'll joke. But it's a joke.
Yeah, always a joke, dude.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard. All right, come on. Remember, there was that one. This is like some crazy. Dude, we were free falling right now. There was that weird allegation against Flo, like, and then I swear it ended up being just bullshit. Like, I don't know. I better not.
What was the allegation though?
Fucking beep all their shit out. I mean, what are we doing? Can I edit this, dude?
Yeah. Flo is a weird one.
I don't know. I feel like I really. And then people get really weird about that shit. It's like, you don't know. Stop it. I'm like, you're right. I don't know, but I'm just
fucking speculating, dude.
I'm the one with the microphone. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I used to think he was the funniest dude.
Just because he sounds like a.
He sounds fucking
like
crazy.
He doesn't sound like he looks. You know.
Oh, dude, when I saw him in real life, I freaked out, dude. Because we went to Wednesday night fights once, and he was there, and I was freaking out how short he was.
He's really short. He's really weird. But and then he doesn't have. He didn't get lucky with the. He looks kind of pedo-ish.
Yeah.
He's got, like, the people that can't grow facial hair, there's something about it.
It's weird, dude.
There's like the Peter Pan looking motherfuckers, you know what I mean? You're just like,
it's bad genetics. So you're like,
what are you doing?
Guy,
what are you doing? No,
just shave it, dude.
No, but then more often than not, it's like those, like, and then I'm not saying that Flo's a fucking pedo, okay? What I'm saying is that sometimes. Okay, let's just backtrack. God damn it. Okay, never mind. No, but I like Flo.
I do too. I
don't know him, but I've seen him on like little things here and there. I've seen him. I've been to a lot of fucking little tournaments, and I've never watched him fucking stream. Dude, that'd be like impossible.
He used to play this. It's one of those. But
he always seems just like an okay guy, and like for me, I don't know why I'm even fucking talking about it. It was just random. Why are we talking about fucking Flo?
Because he's the fucking man, dude. I forget what game he would play, like Super Meaty Boy or like some like hard side-scrolling game, and he would like it was like a bit. He'd like tell people not to call him, and they would all call him while he'd play, and he'd be playing and answer it, and they'd be like, "You suck," and he'd be like, "Fuck you," and he'd like hang up and like keep playing, and like I just thought it was so funny, dude. I used to watch the shit out of that, dude.
No, I mean
he was entertaining.
Oh, I remember what it was. I remember what it was. It was there was that one Evo where like all these people came out with these like crazy stories, and I don't know, some of them were. Like some, the one with the Red Bull like roofie thing, and it was like a big altercation with people and all this shit. This was a long time ago. I don't remember, but there was something. Red Bull
tournament you went to when you drank like 9 fucking.
It almost had a heart attack.
You're just like roofie.
I almost had a lawsuit on my fucking hands, dude. I should have drank one more, dude. Like these people fucking
convulsed on the floor. They're like,
these people irresponsibly just
handed them to me.
Gave me 9 or 10 Red Bulls.
It's like getting the guy at the bar to overdrink. You're like, give him some water. They're just like giving him more shots.
Like I never signed a fucking. I never signed my fucking life away like for being in here.
Damn, dude, that is so fucking good.
Yeah, but no, it was because there was a weird allegation. I don't know if it was true. I doubt it was because there's so much bullshit out there.
So, did you watch the Harry Potter HBO reunion thing?
No.
Okay. So there was some like I watched Flagrant 2 with fucking Akash and fucking
okay, I haven't seen
Andrew
that in a
Schultz.
while. I love those guys.
They're they just say real stuff too.
They're funny.
They were talking about the reunion and they all know Harry Potter, so it's kind of funny actually. Like, if you're somebody you know. And the way Hermione was with Ron and Harry was really weird. And like there was a part where like Ron's telling her that he like loved her.
Oh, I bet he did.
But he was like, not sexually though, like not in a sexual way. Like, and then he kept like phrasing that, and she didn't even like say it back to him or anything. Like she was just like kind of awkward about it. And they were like, dude, wasn't that weird? And they were like, well, if you really think about it, her like relationship with the fucking series compared to them was different. And I was like, what does he mean by that? They were like, think about it. When they were coming of age of like sexualness, like getting to like boys and girls, like she was probably getting hit up in DMs. They're like, she had to get a security guard at 15 years old. She had to like fucking like watch every dude around her because they were all just like in love with Hermione, And I was like, fuck, I never really thought of it like that. Like the amount of, and he goes, in that demographic of people, they're all flows. Like, they're all creepers, dude. They're all old fucking, like...
Flo's not a creeper,
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they look that kind of, like, type. Like, where it's like...
I don't know how we... That's not a nice thing to say.
No. But you know what I'm saying. It's not like...
They're the fucking Jareds.
It's not...
They're the fucking
Exactly,
Jareds,
exactly. It's not like fucking...
It's like this, like, older person that for some reason, like, has this, like... boyishness look to them, and then like you find out later
they're like 40 years old and you're like, Jesus
there's Christ, like CP on their computer and shit, and like, is it a coincidence? Like, most likely, but it's kind of odd that,
well, like, they're nerds, right? Because they love Harry Potter. I'm a nerd, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's the demographic of guys that are into that, like, and especially I watched it at a young age. I read the book at a young age, so I felt this like weird connection with the cast and crew and shit. Like, you almost feel like you know them in a weird way, and that almost causes like people to fucking act weird. And yeah, you could tell with her uncomfortableness on the fucking show that like she must have had it rough, and she almost didn't come back to film some of the movies. And I was like, what the fuck?
I bet you every single guy on that movie just was like madly in love with her, and they all like thought that they had a chance, and they all tried.
There might have been, damnedest. But the realest thing was, it wasn't her that all the guys were in love with. It was Bellatrix, dude.
The blonde, the white, like the little, like
the Death Eater, dude. The fucking girl that kills Sirius Black. The black-haired fucking...
They liked her?
Bro, fucking the guy who played Malfoy, fucking Daniel Radcliffe, I forget who the other dude was. They all like wrote her letters after the movie.
I don't think she's that attractive.
I thought she was hot as fuck. And like, it was because she was so fucking scary to me, dude. Like, I told that to Jeremy. I was like, sometimes you'd see her and you'd be like, God, I'm so scared, but like slightly turned on at the same time.
I've seen her in so many movies, and every movie I'm just like,
I thought she was hot for some reason.
She's just not my...
Like Daniel Radcliffe like wrote her a letter and was like, if only I was born 10 years earlier. Like, stop. I'm dead serious. They wrote that. They read that on the fucking thing. It was so fucking brutal. Yeah, it's fucking hype. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, look. Like, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I've never, even like, you know, she always just plays some like grimy, dirty, fucking nasty woman.
This is England girl, dude. She's just like popping a tit like an 8-year-old's mom and shit. You're like, oh my god.
No, I mean, I'm thinking about, what is she? She's in Fight Club. She's in Sleepy Hollow. She's in like any Tim Burton movie like ever made.
I just think that Tim Burton vibe is like, it's the dark, hot, like,
and she's nasty in Harry Potter.
I don't know. I thought she was in.
I'm like sitting here like making weird, creepy like pedo jokes about shit whenever like if you ask me who's hot in fucking Harry Potter, it's like all the girls.
Weasley.
It's like all the girls.
She's like 8 years old.
It's like Jesus Christ. You're like, who's hot? Beatrix, right? She's the only one legal. I'm like, oh no. I mean, if I was in school, I'd tell you who I'd be fucking chasing.
We all know it was the Bobats girls, dude. Those girls were so fucking hot, dude.
Dude, all of them, dude. They're all fucking.
I thought the Hogwarts girls were like a little played out, dude. Like,
well,
they were. Hermione was fucking pretty in that dress scene. Like, she looked really pretty.
Well, just Emma Watson in general. She's a pretty attractive. She's an attractive woman. She's got it going on.
And that's what they said was like her biggest thing was like she became like this like.
I don't think she was actually like scripted. You know.
This is another.
In the book, I don't think that Hermione's supposed to be some like drop dead fucking.
No.
So like it kind of fucked up by casting her.
Well, when she was a young girl, that's what they were saying. That she was so much like the character. She tried to be so much like the character that she almost became her, and like at a time where these kids like were trying, because when you're at that age, you're trying to find out who you are as a person, and then you're playing this fucking movie where you're playing this. They were straight up the fucking characters, man. Like,
that's kind of crazy. You think of like Malfoy, like he's like playing this real terrible guy for the most part, and then he's growing up and like he's acting like over year after year after year playing this
just like, shitty character, and then he's probably like, just like what kind acting of out live and like no, seriously, and like
Jesus Christ,
I was like freaking out about that because I never thought of it like that. Like, they were the Flagrant 2. They were just like, dude, you know who was the realest motherfucker? Rupert, dude, fucking Ron Weasley. They're like, he was so just authentically real. Like,
during the reunion?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Because Hermione and Harry were like in this. They were those characters, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no difference between the book character and them in real life. After a while, they started just to become Harry and Hermione. But like, as soon as they were done with those movies, that motherfucker was like, yeah, that was something I did when I was a kid, and they're like, now he's just got fuck you money, dude, and he's just like, I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy, bro.
He's like pulling his hog out on fucking in plays and shit. You remember that shit? Remember that?
He's a beast, bro. It's fucking. I never really thought of it like that though. I was like,
you're talking about Ron? I was talking about Harry.
He's fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's been in some crazy shit. And
there was like some play in England that he like wanted to be casted for, and he got the thing, and it was like every night he had to like come out on one scene with his piece out and just like fucking do a whole
monologue,
just a whole scene, just like hogging out. It was like, what the fuck? And like people were just like, what is going on? Maybe he's a creep too, dude. He's like, I just want to show people my con.
Yeah, that's all I want to do now. Like, all the people that loved me as a kid, like they're just gonna see my hog now, dude. That's how I'm gonna separate myself from the character, dude.
See, that the problem with this fucking podcast is like we just talk out of our asses, bro. Like, look at where we're at, dude. Like, we've said shit that we have. I mean, look, for the record, Flo's cool in my book, dude. I don't know what he's done. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that he sounds kind of funny and he's all right, dude.
He's a good guy.
I don't know. He might be a monster for all I know, but I have no idea.
That's the thing now. It's like it's so easy to be one and like not hide it, but like you know what I mean, not really reveal it.
Well, there was some. I feel like I don't want to talk about this because I actually don't remember anything and I haven't seen anything. But from what I remember, it was like someone made some weird claim about some elevator thing or something. Like he was creeping on some girl at the elevator. It's like, dude, guys are gonna fucking
define creep too, because that's like another thing. It's like, what did he smile at you and you didn't like it?
It's
know, it's like come
I don't know. Maybe there was a line.
Did he ask you out at 7-Eleven and then you said no and he was just like, do I have to kill you now?
I don't know, but I just want to make sure that it's at least it's not vague what we're talking about, and then I'm not gonna pass any judgment. I don't know what the fuck happened.
No,
from what I understand, it wasn't anything like there was no violence done or anything like that. So who knows? He said she's who gives a fuck. All I'm saying is
play Street
we
Fighter.
really probably shouldn't have fucking brought anything up about that. And,
No,
I don't edit this, so fucking. I have to like tippy toe back and like try to put duct tape on everything and like hope to God like no one take this seriously up until like as soon as we start talking about fucking house, just fast forward until right now. What the fuck happened here? One bad house joke led to like a fucking just apology tour and like what's it called?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck happened? Okay,
I'm still hallucinating from fucking.
Yeah, Brandon has an excuse. I'm like
I don't know where I am right now.
I'm like trying to do better. I'm still the ankle's still fucking twisted, dog. I can't stop, dude.
Well, you know, it's hard, bro, you know. Sometimes you just fucking have this theory, dude. You just gotta fucking speak it out, dude.
No, there's no theory. There's no nothing. Okay, are we gonna talk about this now, dude? The FGC jumping. People, if you watch that shit and you felt like from the beginning I was a little off, like what's a good reason for that? Like, not a good reason, but there was a reason.
There's some weight to it for sure.
Let's talk about it. We did one podcast before, but Kadar's internet was down. He was doing it like on a cell phone, like using his like Wi-Fi hotspot, and his audio on his side was coming out so bad, so like it's pretty much unusable. But it was funny. It was like I felt like it was normal like day. I was all chipper. We were laughing. We were doing all the shit. It was funny, and then there was a bunch of funny shit we were talking about. We were talking about like I'll try to like just go through all the funny topics. We were talking about like he called me out for making fun of him for like us saying that Gene like felt like he got paid to go do his podcast. And that was a joke. And then I was all like, no, like, you know, he did tell me that. I just told him, he did tell me that you tipped him good, and that and then you asked him, and then he would have felt like it was rude if he didn't do it, or if he did, you know.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, and then I was like, you know, like, he said that you tipped a lot, and he's like, well, you know, after, you know, you told me that you told that Angie story, like about how she asked for like fucking $10 for the SPO thing. I was like, what are you talking about? Like $10? You fucking like, I'm gonna give you more than that because I feel like this is what it was worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's like, that like kind of made me want to like give him more because I felt like there was no way, because he did charge just a little bit of money for that little intro, that little musical intro. So he just felt like it was worth that much, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was all like, yeah, you know, Tong. I was like, people need to like people that are doing stuff with their time and like asking to like get paid for it. Like you gotta like ask a reasonable price. Like don't sell yourself short, but then don't think that you're like such hot
fucking
shit.
Banksy, dude.
I was like, yeah, exactly. I I was all like, when the bill comes for Tong's moss stick, I was like, he's gonna be like $600 in the hole because I worked on it for like 5 hours. But like, you just don't. It was a funny bit. It was really funny.
Oh shit!
We were all laughing. We were talking about all kinds of shit, like.
Just fun stuff.
And then he just sprung this shit on me, and in his, I don't blame him for it. I know he's trying to make it an entertaining show or whatever. He thinks he's intrigued by the fact that whatever he brought up the thing the first time on the first one, and it, like at first I was trying to like argue against it, like no, like you just don't know what you're talking about. And then he like had like receipts or whatever, and then I was like, okay, well, and then it kind of fucking put me in a shitty ass mood, dude. And then we stopped. We were gonna stop because it's like we can't. This isn't gonna work. And then he's like, yeah, there's something else I want to talk to you about. I was like, well, just tell me. He's like, I'll tell you tomorrow. I was like, just tell me, dude, tell me. And then he fucking tells me. And then I'm like, and then we stop. And then I just fucking rolled my ankle off the curb, dude, and I was bent out of shape, bro.
Limping around the house and shit, dude.
Bent out of shape.
No ice. You're like, fuck.
I mean, it was bad. And then I had time, and I sat there, and at the day after that, all day at work, I was just steeping in fucking shit. And then I got off work and I had a couple hours and I sat there and I thought of them. I mean, just crafted the most fucking malevolent fucking statements I could possibly come up with just to fucking
to wound and fucking destroy
cut to the bone, dude. And this is just, most of it is complete fucking and utter nonsense. Like, it's just bullshit. Like the fucking whole responsibility thing. Like, I don't fucking. Maybe they were being, maybe they had other response, like their fucking grandma was sick or whatever. The whole thing was like
kids or something.
Yeah, like who knows? Fucking know, dude. And during that week, there was a weird moment where I felt pretty alone. But it's like, dude, like, I chose the dates. I chose the times.
To do that at that time.
It was my fucking choice. So like, I couldn't fucking, and then other people, that stupid shit I was talking about, fucking, we're all responsible for making this place a fucking mess, and like, and that has nothing to do with anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a shitty fucking shit, and it's a fucking flaw in my fucking, like, it's like a little fucking shitty spot in my soul. Like, no matter how many times I've tried to fucking hammer it out, dude, like, it's just always there.
It's that lump, dude.
That shitty
reminder.
It's like, I have a tendency to be like that. Like, I really do, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to
I wasn't born
like that. I wasn't born like that.
No, it's a learned behavior. Something
about
if you even think about it, in our group of friends, man, like, you couldn't say anything without somebody jumping down your fucking throat and literally making you feel dumb. Like, I remember like
growing up or whatever.
Just in our group of friends, like Cody and like we're not mean.
Hold on,
but like,
we're talking about Cody Grubb.
Yeah, like if you had anything to say in our group of friends
growing up,
it was attacked. Younger versions of us, high school versions of us.
Yeah,
and it was like,
well, because we were all fucking kids that were living these fucking lives that were not ideal in any way, shape, or form. Like whatever it would be, fucking. You grew up without a mom. Fucking, Cody, Cody's
single
dad
parent,
was fucking gone in fucking Washington or whatever. Fucking, my brother was on fucking, he was doing fucking meth and like fucking up left and right, and I was supposed to be responsible for like coming up with lies for my parents and fucking just.
I had an alcoholic parent. I had, an old grandmother that tried to keep it together. And
and then so there's all this shit, and then we're all fucking growing the world up. Will fucking beat on you until you become this fucking wretched little thing.
Yeah. And that's, I think, kind of guided us down that path.
To be fucking honest, man, like, life was shitty as fuck, dude. Like, at that point, like, everything sucked fucking ass. And, like, all we felt like we had was each other. And we still, all we did was tear each other down, like, nonstop. Me and you fucking have fought before.
Yeah, we have.
I had a really terrible moment that I fucking regret dreadfully, where I like literally beat up Tim for no fucking apparent reason, and it was just the worst thing I've ever done. Well, no, I've done a lot of terrible fucking things, and you know, so that little kink is always there, and then at one point in my life I was like, dude, like, what? This is not acceptable. Like, I can't fucking, and I totally tried to change it, you know.
Definitely.
And actually everything got better for me in my entire fucking life, dude. Like, and it was crazy. It was the most fucking, it was like, wow,
experience.
if I just stop being a complete and utter fucking piece of shit to everything and everyone, then people will like want to be around me more. Fucking I try to mend the relationship with my fucking parents or fucking whatever.
That's a tough one too. That's a very tough one.
And then you get some sort of that's not a cheap pleasure. That's like a really meaningful deep one. Like, wow, it's
a worthwhile endeavor.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and it totally, I mean, all of a sudden I was like, wow, like I'm acting in a way to where like it would be worthwhile for someone to even want to fucking be with me. You know what I mean? Because before it was like, I mean, irredeemable, fucking just. I mean, and that's why I always like, you know, I got in a big argument with Wasted John one time at my house whenever we were there by ourselves. Like, not by ourselves, Oscar was there too, but it was super late and there was some weird thing where he's like, oh man, you know, like, you're a good, I'm like, I'm not a good fucking person, bro. Like, you don't fucking, like, and he's just like, you know, you are. I'm like, no, dude, like, yeah, I try to be like this. Like, I have to wake up and fucking, like, twist, I have to, like, put this fucking brace on to, like, keep this thing from fucking going sideways on me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a fucking crazy amount of work. And it pisses me off because I felt like I kind of gotten past this shit. But apparently, you know, whatever wisdom I gained by fucking trying to figure out what was wrong with my life and making choices to try and get past that, it was fucking very easily fucking just conquered by one little thing that set me off, and it's just like, God, what a fucking bitch, dude. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That was that whole thing, man. I was talking about times I wanted to fucking get in fights with fucking people and shit. Like, it was just, I was in a bad fucking spot, bro. And it was, and I don't feel bad. Like, I'm not trying to blame Kadar or anything. Like, and he was trying to piss me off the whole time with the whole like, oh yeah, all the straight people I know. Like, I knew what he was doing, and I was like,
gang, and it's like,
dude, yeah, you guys are fun. All these guys thought they were tough shit, but they were just kind of, and like, you know, there's a little bit of truth to that,
a little bit, but like the straight edge kids.
But I just didn't want to fucking get pissed off at Kadar because I already had my like clip loaded up. I don't want to waste any bullets on Kadar here. Yeah, I know what he's doing, but I gotta fully, and that's the worst part about it, dude. Is I had time to like come up with a. Like, theory to try and put like, okay, what are they saying? Now the thing that he said, that's complete nonsense. Like, now they might have said that, and whoever, you know, whatever, like, because the way he worded it was in a way to like kind of, because if they're saying that like, hey, you know, Rico's trying to say we didn't have any like meaningful impact on the whole thing, it's like, if I ever did say that, that's bullshit. It's not true. Everyone that was there helping everything, like, there was a meaningful impact, like 100%, like,
just and you guys talking about it,
even you know, caused you Gollin showing up, Mike showing up on one of the nights. Like, I was already I've been there, and it was like dark, and I was about to leave, and then Gollin showed up, and we just hung out for a minute, and he's like, oh man, this is crazy, this shit's happening. I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking. And he's like, what can I do to help? I'm like, I'm gonna go home right now, it's already fucking getting dark, it's already dark and shit. But we got to hang out for a little bit, and even that was I forgot about that, but I've fucking been thinking about it nonstop, dude. Like, I woke up the day after that fucking interview, bro. No bullshit. I woke up at like at 2 o'clock in the morning, like 2:30, and I couldn't go back to bed, dude. And I was like, just what the fuck? The dog's not barking. Like, what's happening? Like, I couldn't go back to bed. And then I started just fucking tripping, fucking tripping balls, dude. I was like, what are you... in my mind was like, you're stupid. Like, you're a fucking fool. Like, you're an idiot. I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I just start
playing it all.
And then I'm like,
head,
you know, like put yourself in their shoes. Like they showed up when they could. They asked what they needed to be done. Yeah. You told them, then they helped. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God. Like, I felt so bad, dude.
I understand.
And then I started thinking, like, you're in this fucking mood. Like, what's going to happen? Like, you're an idiot. Your dog's going to hate you. You're going to start fighting with Oscar. She's going to stop loving you. You're going to be alone again. Fucking blah, blah. Like, you know. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what the fuck am I fucking...
It's hard because...
You're back. It's like I was living in a fucking... I was like a swamp monster for so many years. Like, just living in fucking shit. Like, and then I managed to, like, fight my way out of it. And then I just fucking dipped my toes
right back into the swamp.
And it just...
This is my swamp now.
And it just pisses me off at how easy it was. That's the worst part about it. And then I fucking betrayed... I felt like I fucking betrayed my fucking friends by saying that stupid shit. Because it was mean. And it was purposeful. It took me like an hour to write one of those fucking sentences, dude. Like, I was like crafting the most fucking mean shit I could possibly... And I hope to God that it goes over their fucking heads. Because some of it is like seriously deep, fucked up shit that, like, if you really put time into thinking about it, it's like just terrible, you fucking mean. Like, on a level that is... It's I can't... I can't defend it whatsoever. It's just bad. Like, just the worst. The worst. And I'm a fucking piece of shit for doing that. And I feel so bad about it. But,
well, I mean...
I don't know.
I feel like we all know who you are and, like, what you're about. And I could tell that there was something... you were on tilt. You know what I mean? Like,
I was, dude. I was totally out of fucking whack, man.
And you know what? Anyone that's a real person knows that when someone's on tilt like that, you can't take anything they say serious. You know what I mean? Like, I've said things in my life. Like, I told you that the other night. I've said things, and I'll wake up and all I have at work is time to think. And sometimes I'll think about the worst things I've done, and it just fucking makes me paralyzed with just, like, guilt, dude. Like, I can't believe I've said that, been like that, thought like that. You know, it's fucking a weird place, and anger is so quickly, like, I can get back to it so quickly. It's fucking insane, dude.
It is, dude.
And you know, I have a tendency to be a little short with my wife, and I need to work on that as well, because it's like, this person's like, I told her that the other night, like, I was at the conclusion of my life that I was going to be alone, and I was okay with that. Like, I was almost like this is it, you know? And for me to open up and even become someone that could, like, care about somebody like that, like, it took work, man. It took a lot of work for me, and I'm still working on it, you know? It's hard for me to not... You know, that's what I'm saying with the group of friends. It's like someone says something to me that I don't agree with, and I'm so quick to just fucking, like, that's wrong, you're wrong. You know what I mean? And I'm like, God damn it, why am I like that? Why can't I just let somebody, like...
Well, that's probably why people got upset over the fucking first podcast. I don't know. The other thing is, I don't even know if anyone was really upset about it. I know Kadar was saying that, oh, no, trust me, and then I'll show you fucking screenshots, blah, blah, and then people fucking make fun of it. There's honestly too much shit talking within our fucking, even to this day in the fucking SDFGC, like, people just, and that's what set me off about the whole day of. I was in a good mood the day of the re-up thing until the fucking Dawn thing happened, and I realized that, like, there are completely innocent victims involved in my rant on the fucking SP. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, on the FGC Job Squad thing. Because, like, there was a lot of people that weren't making fun of Don that day, right?
And they were just roped in.
And I lumped them all in as, like, you know, just a they type deal. Yeah. Like, you know, us versus them type of thing.
Yep.
And it pissed me off. And it was like, because Don was actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was a person that was like, oh, I don't have anything going on. I can be there and help you and do shit. You know what I mean? And then he never showed up. And I don't fucking, like I said, like, these people, I don't know what they were up to. I don't know what they were doing. But whatever, I fucking, I was the one who set the date and the time, and I was, I put myself in the position where I was like, I'm gonna go do this, right? Now, whatever other people were doing, it's like I have no idea what they were doing, and it shouldn't matter,
No, I feel you.
Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, okay, like, oh, I feel like no one was there to fucking help me all week long, and then whenever the last day, whenever I'm like, hey, where's Don at? Because I remember him saying he was gonna be there, and then they're like, just this weird fucking shittiness. Of like, oh well, fucking who, Don? Why would Don be here? Don, just the whole thing that happened. I was just like, dude, like, what is anyone doing here? Like,
yeah.
The person saying that, it's like, what is okay? So if Don's not here, he's not gonna make a big difference. Like, what if you weren't here? Would that make a difference? Like, no, it wouldn't. It was like, okay, well, that's running contradictory to what we said before. Like, do we have a meaningful impact? Yeah. Did any one person there have, or anyone being fucking mean to Don, like, or whatever, like saying something about someone else? Did they make a meaningful impact? Yeah. Did they make an impact on the outcome? No. It's like, well, how can that be fucking true? It's like, that's a mean thing to say. It's like, it might be, but it's nevertheless, like, it rings true to a certain extent. You know what I mean? It's like,
it does. I gotta get sometimes. I'm like dying this coffee, like,
and it just sounds stupid at the same time, and it sounds, it's like I'm not trying to like bring up some weird shit, but it's like,
I feel you,
if you do like a fucking thought exercise, like, any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, like, snap your fingers, like magic wand, like they didn't show up that day. Like, was that same thing not going to end up happening? It's like, the thing that's interesting about it is that, like, a lot of it happened before. Like, if you were to, like, say, like, metaphorically speaking, right? Like, the fucking big rock was already on top of the fucking mountain. Like, we pushed it off the edge and made sure it landed, like, where we wanted it to, And that was a lot of fucking effort. And it was a fucking, But, I showed up late. I showed up like at 8 that day because it was over
everything was where it needed to be.
It was where it needed to be to become to completion that day. Like, were those guys that came to load up the truck, were they like, was it the easiest day of work for them ever because there was like 25 people there helping them load that truck up? It's like, fuck yeah, it was.
Definitely.
They were like, holy shit, that was amazing. Like, we barely had to do shit. But, like, it would have got done anyways.
Yeah.
So, like, and that's not to say, like, everyone that showed up there didn't make a fucking meaningful impact. Like, they did. But they aren't in my shoes either, right?
Definitely.
And saw that, wow, like, this shit was set up. They walk in the backyard and they're like, holy shit, this is a fucking mess. And it's like, yeah, it was. It was a fucking mess. But it was all accounted for, too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
And it's not like I wasn't giving anyone fucking, but, that's what happens when you get fucking mad and you start being a retard. You start saying stupid shit. And
you let anger drive you, and it's sometimes not a good thing, man.
And the reason why I was angry before was that because, like, that whole rant before was like, dude, we talk too much shit about each other. And then stupid me is like, oh, we talk too much shit about each other. I know, I'll just talk more shit about fucking people because, that's
going to make everything better.
Fucking stupid. Stupid.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Stupid as fuck, dude. Like, I like to think I'm fucking wiser than that, and sometimes I am, but Jesus Christ, man. Like, and that shit always rubbed me wrong, dude. Whenever it was like all people talked about was like, oh, fucking, where's this guy? Where's that guy? Where's fucking Vince? Fucking blah, blah, blah. Like, and I'm like, dude, like, you guys don't know, dude. Like, fucking, like, there's all kind, and like, like, it sounds like sometimes I'm like the only person trying to fucking defend people against the, like, it's too much. Like, there's so much of that shit going around.
You're almost entitled when you're somebody's friend, right? You almost think that and you could like speak on their behalf. But it's like the true feeling is they just missed the, you know what I mean? The whole Vincent thing, people just probably missed him, but like it came out in this weird fucking way, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's understandable to miss your friend. It's understandable to think that you could speak and say, where is this person, you know? But it's like, their lives, everyone's life's different. Everyone feels different. Everyone is different. Like, you can't blame somebody or like, you know, it's just life. Life happens, man. It happens all around us, and it's different for everybody, and you can't really judge somebody's reaction to their life and think that you know better. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. All you can do is really just love your friends, and, you know, when you're not there, you're not there, but when you're there, they feel it, dude, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard, dude. It's a hard thing, man. Because I haven't been anywhere, bro. You know, I've been here with my wife. Fucking, I'm not around a lot, and I miss everybody. You know, I think about everybody all the time. I'm a bad friend, though. I don't ever hit anybody up. I never fucking make the effort, dude. And, dude, I feel guilty about that every fucking day. You know, it's hard, dude. I'm a fucking really weird person. I'm super sentimental, and I act like I give a fuck, but then I don't really put much effort in to fucking prove that, you know? It sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You know, being a friend is a fucking learning experience, dude. It's not, you're not just somebody's friend. You have to earn that, dude. Like, it's not easy. And the friends I do have, I keep close, man, and I, like, appreciate it every day, because it's like, not everybody has friends, dude. That's another thing. We're lucky in the SDFGC, dude. We fucking have friends, dude. That's rare.
It is.
And
dude.
we've had friends for a long time.
It's crazy because, you know, have you ever heard Richard talk about how, like, if you get, like, a seat at, like, the cool kids table, like, all the, like, big, coolest group of people, you know, like, he said he's, like, hung out with, like, Jay Wong and all these people. And,
yeah.
Like, and he's just like, dude, it is fucking lame as shit. He's like, those fucking guys, like, I feel bad for them. He's like, SD's the shit, dude. Like, we're all fucking...
the coolest, like, it's the coolest experience to ever have. And, dude, some of the best memories. Shout-outs to fucking Cody, dude, putting that fucking, in the FGC Drop Squad, your video, he put up a SD versus OFC fucking at the bank. It's like 30 minutes. And just, you can't even see the matches being played. And Robert even comments on it and goes, I understand that this is all unusable fucking content. I just want you guys to know, like, what this was. And the excitement, the passion, you guys are all so young. Like, it was just so cool to see, and it made me really miss it, dude. Like, I was like, that was the best time of my life. By far, dude.
It was, dude.
And it was so pure, and it was so cool. And
it was the fucking shit.
I'm just lucky to live through it. I was lucky to live through that, you know, because, you know, tournaments are still cool, fighting games are still fun, but it just won't ever be that anymore to me. That was so fucking, spending the night at Paul's house, and we'd all do for real tournaments and
try to fuck his mom.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But you know exactly. It's just the fucking, that's the funniest shit. That shit was so fun. Like, oh my god, dude. Like,
no, I mean, yeah, I mean,
it was
no, it's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up because, you know,
get one of more of these bad boys, dude.
So, you know, you fucking love these people, and like, and then to treat them shitty, and that's the thing that's so fucked up, and that's what pissed me off about. Then you can't, you know, oh, someone fucking said something mean to me, so I'm gonna be shitty back. Like, I have that tendency. You know, like,
I know.
I don't like taking shit from people ever.
Because I did it my whole life, dude.
Well,
and I've like got to a point where I told myself I'd never let people walk on me ever again, and that comes out in this weird entitled anger fucking shit. And I'm like, why can't I just? Sometimes it's just like, let people talk too, you know?
Sometimes some people have something to say that, you know, it's true, and you need to fucking hear it.
That's true too.
And
that is very true. And it hurts to hear sometimes. That's another thing.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing I do. When I'm hurt, I like to hurt back.
But it's different. It's different to sit there and have a conversation with someone and try to, like, maybe, you know, if you're a good friend, will actually tell someone something that they don't want to hear sometimes.
Exactly. And then to put yourself into their shoes and actually listen to what they're saying.
Yeah,
that's another thing. That's
and then there's shit where you can do it just the worst way possible, like fucking I did it, where I'm just like saying nonsense and trying to be mean as fuck about it, and it's, you know, you're betraying your fucking friends at that point. Like I fucking feel like I've betrayed people for being shitty like that, or even anytime I am like that's what I'm doing, and it's like, you know, it's not good.
No, I feel you on that.
Like that's the seventh ring of hell or whatever, you know, the people that, or at least in Dante's Inferno, it's like the people that betrayed the trust of people that trusted them. You know what I mean? Like that's the deepest part of fucking hell, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's not good, dude.
I know.
So like, just, you know, there's too much shit talking, and I'm fucking guilty of it sometimes. You know, I try, if I'm being real conscientious, like I try to play devil's advocate whenever people are fucking being like that, you know.
Definitely.
There was something like that the other day where I don't know, fucking say anything, but someone was saying something about something. I was like, bro, like we don't know, dude, like. And then it was like clear that it wasn't gonna stop, and I just left the room. I was like, fuck this, I don't want to fucking hear this shit, because I don't like it. I don't like it, especially when it's always relationship shit. It's like someone's got, it's like, dude,
yeah, it's a tough one, right?
You can't, I mean, look,
because in my relationship, and you're just like, yeah, but that's yours, like, you know.
Well, you don't
like,
know you don't know anything.
Yeah,
you know, it's like things aren't always what they seem.
No,
you have no idea what's going on. Like, it could be something completely different, and all you see, it's like living fucking. It's like the frog at the bottom of a well. You're looking into this little fucking hole, and you're like, oh, I got a complete picture of the world.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, you don't.
You got one aspect of it, dude.
You know. You have one aspect. That's what the whole fucking the Rhea problem fucking. That's what all that shit came from. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
I never thought of to put myself in fucking their shoes. They never thought. No one has the 30,000 view fucking camera, but
no.
And you can see what's really happening, but you can try to put yourself there. You know, you can fucking.
Oh, yeah.
You can critically think, like. Put yourself and fucking, you know, sit there, take time, think about things, think about them deeply, think about them from fucking multiple angles. Try to be, and you know, if you do that, you'll be a lot less likely to fucking come up with stupid fucking conclusions and be a fucking.
You might actually even understand where they're coming from.
But it's hard because when you're in the fucking pond of shit, dude, it's like, you're there.
Well, it's
you
funny,
know what I mean?
It's funny because sometimes the answer is something so simple sometimes, and like. I think to me, that's why I love our group of friends and fighting games and anime and all this nerd shit, because sometimes it's just like so obvious. Like I'll watch Avatar, bro, and have so many life, like wake ups in life, dude. Uncle Iroh is saying the same thing. You got to look at things from different perspectives. Don't always just latch onto one idea and think that that's fucking logic.
Yeah,
and it's like so powerful because you're like, Jesus Christ, man, like. This cartoon is telling me that, and I can't even come to that conclusion on my own. Like, that's fucking crazy, like, dude.
Challenge your way of thinking. Mm-hmm. Like, challenge it. Like, really. If you ever get a moment, if you ever get some time, fucking seriously, like, go through the things you think you believe in. And don't do, like, straw man fucking argument. Steel man argument against your own beliefs.
Yeah.
And see if you can fucking poke holes in them.
Definitely.
Because... You know, if I just want to be a fucking piece of shit forever, I'll sit there and do that shit I did on fucking FGC Job Squad every single day of my life. Yeah. And it's bullshit, you know?
I know.
Because they did show up. They did fucking help. They did, you know, they did. And what, I'm going to let some little fucking stupid comment someone has to make about someone else just throw me in the fucking pond, dude? I left that day, like, with the fucking attitude, dude. Like, it fucked me up. And the same thing happened again. I was like having a perfectly good fucking day, and then Kadar comes and just fucking shits all over it. And then I'm like, silly me. I'm like, oh, I know. I'm gonna fucking come up with shitty, mean things to say to my friends that like are just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I don't have no fucking clue. Like you know.
No.
And it's like, oh, you're talking about the Korean barbecue Pinocchio thing. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That is a fucking. That's that is 100% true. Like, fucking, that was the one thing I said that I don't take back. I'll double down on that shit, dude. It's like, that doesn't make any sense, Rico. It's like, well, fucking, it's a riddle. Think about it. Fucking, really think about it, dude. Like, and I know I give it a bad rap, dude. Korean barbecue gets a fucking bad rap, but it's just a fucking metaphor, dude. Like, just think about it, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's just, you know, that this is my Ready Player One, like, fucking solve the game. This is a fucking game, dude. Like, I believe in you guys. You can figure it out, dude. Like, but no, man. I'm so stupid. I am stupid. And that's the best part about it. Is Kadar did this, like, reading bit on the podcast that he cut out, and it was so funny. Like, I was like, bro, why'd you cut that shit out? I told him. He's like, I'm gonna do a reading challenge thing for you. And I was like, go ahead, dude. I was like, just make sure it's make sure it's fiction, like a novel. Like,
Definitely.
just like an excerpt from like a... Look, man, like, don't give me some, like, fucking...
crazy
Carl
fucking...
Jung fucking, like... what's it called shit? I was like, I don't want to read something from an article.
Yeah.
Because it's names...
and just fucking
and
big
places
and
and abbreviations and shit that, like... I hate reading that shit because, like, I but even when I was reading the fucking thing with the girl,
Wikipedia shit,
I was reading the name and I'm reading it all stupid. I don't know how you pronounce your fucking name.
No. That's
those things are written shitty. It's like, bro, give me a page out of Tuck Everlasting and I'll fucking land it. Like, that is like at the level of reading that I'm at, bro. It's like why are you trying to? I was like, it was a fucking work, bro. I was like, you're working me, and then he felt bad. Because I'm sitting there, like, guessing what state it is off of the abbreviation. And it's like some random one. And I'm, like, saying the wrong shit. I'm like, fuck, damn it. I shouldn't even have played that shit. And it was like, so I shouldn't. I think the deck was stacked against me. And I fucking was like, you know what? I'm so bold right now. I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm so just full of piss and vinegar and anger. And I'm going to, like, fucking, I'm going to tear everyone down. And then I'm going to fucking ace this in the hole. And then I just was like... I was trying to read the fucking city, dude. I couldn't it was like fucking Askawatch the fucking what. I'm like, dude, what is this? Like,
that's fucking hard, bro.
No, it was stupid. And I'm like, you fucker. I know he did it on purpose. All that shit he was doing on purpose. He was trying to fuck with me. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do these little fucking. You can't even speak your own people's language, fucking things. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're Mexican. You can't speak Spanish. I'm like, no, you said I was white passing. It's all like, so I don't have to speak Spanish. No, I'm just being stupid. I'm trying to be funny, you guys.
No,
now I'm trying to be
funny.
I'm trying to get past the fucking serious shit.
What you're saying right now, it's so funny. Patrice O'Neal has a stand-up called The Elephant in the Room. It's on YouTube. Fucking watch that shit if you've never watched it. It is the best stand-up I've ever seen. And he has this bit where he's like I can't spell. Like, he's like, I just can't do it. You know, and he's like, I wish I could. Like, if somebody held a gun to my mother's head and was like, spell tomorrow, he's like, oh God. Like, he's like looking at his mom. He's like, Mom, look at me. I love you.
T-O-M-M-O-R-R-O-W. I don't know.
Okay, give me a new word. And they're like, spell banana. He's like, and like, it's the funniest shit, dude. I'm like, dude.
Okay, look, you know, you went down this fucking road. Let's go down this. Let's critically think here for a second. What does that have to do with fucking anything? I look at my dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he can read, you know, Mm-hmm. He's read books about fucking, like, you know,
real shit, probably.
Fucking
fixing like a fucking...
Gazelles, like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hackamores and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Like, but, like, random horse training shit, right?
That's cool, dude. I like
whatever.
that.
But, you know, if he asked me how to spell shit that would get a fucking room full of people just to laugh. He's like, how do you spell better? I'm like...
B-A...
No, stop it, man. B-E-T-T-E-R. Okay, like, look.
Beater, better, beater.
In the grand scheme, like, now someone could fucking be ignorant as fuck and sit there and be like, wow, this guy's dumb as shit. He can't fucking spell. It's like, dude, that doesn't have anything to do with
spelling,
intellect for the first part, or fucking wisdom or anything, and all that shit is trumped by you. So what, you fucking learn some tricks, you know how to fucking spell college, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, you think the stupid, like, it's stupid because it's like, oh, you know, oh, these people, you know, I'm fucking better, I'm better than this. That's like, dude, like, we're all stupider than we think we are.
Definitely.
And we're not as smart as we think we are. And the person you think is fucking dumb, they might actually be a lot smarter than you.
Definitely.
And someone who you think is fucking smart might actually be way more retarded than you think they are. It's like, you can't judge books by the fucking cover, dude, because you'll just clown yourself. Like,
yeah.
And like, you know, we're all fools, bro.
Yeah. Well, and it's like,
we can be holy fools.
I've gotten
but we're
places
fucking fools
in my life that I never thought I would be able to do. And I can't read very good. I can't write. I didn't graduate high school. Like, there's a lot in life that I'm proud of myself, because it's like, I'm making $20 an hour, dude. Like, you know, and I don't have any formal education, dude. I've worked hard my whole... That's the only thing...
That was another interesting conversation that we had on the podcast with Pickle, was like talking about what's it called and shit. And it's like,
from a young age,
Kadar was saying something about like, oh, you read this book from this fucking like curly haired fuck who's like talking about opportunities and how some people don't get them, and if anyone makes it successfully, they're fucking lucky and all that shit. It's like, yeah, that's true. That's true. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that good opportunities come to people from time to time and they just are too high and mighty to fucking reach out and take that fucking opportunity.
Exactly.
Because it's not some like perfect fucking opportunity. Who gives a fuck if it's perfect or not?
Women's bathrooms
to
get to the place that I am today.
And you know, and then that might be a step towards fucking something. You have no clue.
You don't know.
But it's like, there's so many. I remember one time my dad was like, hey, this guy that boarded horses at fucking the land back in the day. I don't remember that property, whatever. Fucking
the best fucking property.
It was so cool. He fucking
the
first time I ever put my hand on a girl's shirt was in that fucking.
Dude, honestly,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Watching you play WoW at that house where that window was, like, I was always like, that's World of Warcraft to me.
I look outside, there just be bamboo and like fucking cows walking around and shit. I was like, that's just fucking badass. No, like, yeah, it was so weird. But
oh, so cool.
CS back then, I remember I'd go get fucking.
Oh, CS, hold on. Fucking Kadar talking about 1.6. We played 1.5, motherfucker. What are you talking about, dog?
He's like, the first thing that came to his mind was CS Swords. And I was like, what? I was like, I cut my dick off on CS. I was like, I don't need this anymore. It's like, the world's changing. It's
game,
like,
dude, yeah.
It's like we're going back to times where like people like admired like small penises, dude. Like fucking the statue of David, you know what I mean? Where he's got this like fucking,
where that was like a good
this,
thing,
like,
dude.
Just fucking pitiful.
Under 5, that's good, dude.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like, why was that a thing? It's like society thought that huge hogs were fucking thought of as like clowns and
like more skin on
barbarians and shit. And it's like they just wanted those little pieces, bro, to like,
dude, fuck yeah,
surgically. I was like, yeah, no, we're just being so stupid now. But what were we talking about?
You were talking about the land and somebody boarding the horses on there.
Oh, this guy, Victor, I think it was his name. It's so random, I still remember this shit. But he was a good man too. If that has anything to do with it. For whatever,
it does.
Consolation. Fucking. He worked at the power plant, maintaining like generators around the property, and he needed San Onofre, and he needed a helper, and then Dad was like, hey, would you want to go like learn how to do this shit? And like, what's it called? And I was just living on the floor at Tim's house playing fucking Guitar Hero and fucking
Sheer Dog fucking forums.
Yeah, I was a fucking black belt on the Sheer Dog forum. I was like, this is like some great opportunity to like fucking learn some fucking value or whatever. And I was just like, wait, where is it? That's too far. And I had all these fucking excuses in my head like a fucking idiot. Like, and it's like, nothing ever comes my way. I never get any opportunities. It's like, bro, and that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like, there's ones that are like stupid but might actually be of use.
Definitely.
Like, maybe it's just a hard thing to do. And like hard things to do are like some of the best things that you can fucking do for yourself. And it's like, that's stupid. It's like, no, it's not stupid. It's fucking true, dude. Like, it's even, that's why we like playing fucking fighting games. It's because it's fucking hard.
Oh, God, dude.
And it's something that you can do and get better at, and that, you know, it'll make you feel like there's some sense of accomplishment there. And it's like, and that's what all people need. But it's like, okay, well, this is great. Then I'm just going to do that all the time. It's like, playing video games all the time isn't fucking good for you either.
You have to be able to translate that into something
It's like,
else.
dude, it's like, yeah, sure, you're learning fucking communication skills and you're fucking learning hand-eye coordination. You're learning these things, but at a certain point, it's like,
what is that going to do for you?
If you're doing it, you know, so it's pleasurable, right? And it's like, okay, so you keep doing that pleasure over and over again. It's like there's a point of diminishing returns at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's true. That is very true.
That's a hint towards the fucking Korean barbecue riddle, dude. Like, fucking work on it. Figure it out. I believe.
Well, saying what you were talking about too, or you had this opportunity and it was far, or maybe it sounded crazy. The thing about being a human being, it's like sometimes you forget how adaptable you can be.
Oh my God, humans are the most. It's the most adaptable organism on the fucking planet. Maybe other than a fucking cuttlefish or an octopus that can like literally turn the texture of their skin into a fucking coral reef and like jack fucking sharks that swim by and shit. Like,
but like.
That's the other funny thing is all the like climate change crazy people. It's like, dude, the world's gonna end in like 10 years because we're not. It's like, look, dude, humans can fucking survive through. We were surviving around in the like fucking before the what was that Pleistocene or whatever. Before it got really cold or after it started to cool off. Right, there was so much CO2 in the atmosphere. The world was fucking crazy. There was storms and shit. Like everyone's fucking scared of it. It's like, dude, humans survived through that shit. Yeah. It was like 3 times as much fucking CO2 in the atmosphere back then.
Crazy, dude.
Just because of volcanoes and fucking random bolts of lightning that would burn down fucking millions of acres of fucking forest and shit. There was like, you know what I mean?
No,
it's like,
for sure.
And it's like, you think humans, how are we here?
I know.
If that was, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, so we're not going to do anything. It's like, no, I'm not saying we shouldn't fucking do something. It's just like,
try, but
we're not going to all be dead in 20 fucking years from
Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable because you will find a way. I think it was Joe Rogan's podcast. He was talking to some gentleman and they were talking about being uncomfortable. Put yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable because that's a good thing to be because you're going to learn more. I was afraid to do my new position at work because it was uncomfortable for me. I wasn't used to it, you know? And then, look, I learned how to do this fucking cool thing. I'm spraying guitars and, like, using chemicals and, like, I'm being a part of this thing that I didn't think I could be. And I felt good about it. Like,
well, you're willing to take that opportunity, you know, and then look, you got a fucking bonus or whatever.
Yep.
I've had conversations with, I mean, look, I've been jaded on shit. Fucking, I understand. Like, look, even the fucking whole animosity about the whole fucking re-up thing. Like, that was I was jaded because of some stupid shit. And like, look, I realize it's dumb now, but like, I might even fucking go there again. It's you know.
Yeah.
I got a fucking twist angle. Okay, like, it's easy to fucking twist it back, dude. That tendon is not what it used to be, dude. I'm not a fucking 6-year-old like fresh faced baby that like. Doesn't have any fucking influence on his fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, like, I'm like one of those fucking horror mangas where you enter in one way and you come out the other side and you're like neck's broken, your arms twisted backwards, shit. It's like, it's fucking brutal, dude. It's like, but what are we talking about? You know, so Will, this guy, I love fucking Will, but he has this really crazy fucking ideas about, oh, I've been in a workplace for this long and I haven't seen so much, like, you know, I've talked to him about it a lot. I almost want to have him on the podcast talk about it because I've gotten him to admit that whenever the times where he wasn't mind fucked about it and he just did the best he could, it was when he had the most growth in the workplace.
Yeah.
Like, it's like whenever he's like, dude, I was like pushing carts and I was all happy to be there and I was outside just getting sunburned every single day at Target, and they moved me up to like being
they see
the
that.
fucking yeah, exactly. And then once he got there, something happened and
happens to us all.
It doesn't really, and then it's not like I'm just using it as an example. Maybe it's not right to actually use them by name and like using personal experiences. But this is what SPO is all about.
Serious players.
We're coming for all of you, but don't worry, we'll run ourselves over also.
Yeah,
like,
we'll apologize next podcast.
we'll be here to fucking say we're sorry. But at one point he's like, well, yeah, okay, like, when
you start to get entitled, man.
But it's not entitled. It's like this weird thing, and like, it's just something that is a fucking hiccup, and you end up making a fucking mountain out of a fucking molehill, and then your whole fucking attitude changes, and then you miss the opportunities that come your fucking way. And it's like, dude, as long as you can fucking just do the best you can, dude, and if you do the best you can and it's not recognized, then you probably should fucking
get a new job,
get out of there. And this is a perfect time. I've heard this being called as the great fucking resignation. Like, people are leaving their fucking shitty ass jobs, going somewhere else where there's like 30 million fucking jobs in the US right now, and they're willing to pay you fucking $2 more than whatever you're fucking making right now in your shit job that you fucking
They're
hate.
even willing to take you in and teaching you a job.
All you got to do is be willing to fucking have that attitude that you're willing to go, you know what I mean?
Show up on time. I think positive mental attitude is a real big successor in this too. Being a person that's gonna fucking build people up, that's I think that's my biggest thing in my workplace is that whenever I'm around, the people around me are in a better mood.
Yeah.
I have a way of like.
It's nice when you can pull that off. I personally isn't a fucked up thing. I like work with two people that I'm pretty sure are like on the verge of committing suicide like any day, and I have to play like fucking psychotherapist for them and like make sure everything's like okay. Definitely. And like it's fucking ridiculous, but when you feel like you made a meaningful impact on someone's day, it's the fucking best feeling in the world. And sometimes you can't, no matter how fucking hard you try, and. Don't fault yourself for it, but you can't. Sometimes you cannot. Sometimes you can totally like kind of just like make the mood so like happy go lucky uplifting, like we're gonna go do, you can kind of flip them out of it sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes you just maybe it's best for you just to get the fuck out of their way, because they're on like a fucking warpath rampage, and you're just like, may God have mercy on our souls, dude. But
my thing is like, when someone comes to you complaining at work, it could be easy to complain with them and then bring them to this place where they're still being drugged down. But if you can actually turn their fucking attitude around by saying a couple words where they're like, wow, I didn't even really like, you changed how I'm feeling right now. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, that's being I think that's being a good employee though, right? It's like to understand that like, it's not always about just like doing the job. Sometimes people are in bad moods, man, and you got to be able to like cheer somebody up or let them see it from a different perspective, man, and I think that's that's something I would put on my resume as a good thing for me. I might not be able to spell, I might not be able to read, I might not be able to do a lot, but I can fucking change the tide of fucking the vibe of the workplace, I can really be a positive
it's
influence.
Better if it's in a good fucking mood than when it's in a bad one.
Hell yeah.
It's like, dude, whatever you do, just strive for it to be on the up and up instead of just descent, fucking just spreading like wildfire through.
And it'll just spread. Like
it's crazy.
You're in a bad mood, you're doing your job, you fuck up a little bit, then you're fucking more mad, and then it just turns into this forest fire by the end of it, and you're just like, Jesus Christ.
It's not even like it's fucking easy, but it's so much work to be able to fucking. It might even, it's probably a trait to be able to like be conscious, like consciousness. It sounds stupid. Consciousness is a trait, but I think it is.
100%.
Because look, I've given people advice. I think like, I'm blessed with the gift of fucking consciousness.
Yeah,
it's like,
me too.
I feel like I can introspectively like go through my fucking shit and like figure out. I've done it before. I know I can fucking do it again. Like, I'm sure. Am I valuable? Fuck yes, I am. I'm fucking 100%. But, if that's a gift, I should fucking try to fucking use it. But, I've tried to give advice to people. And, like, this shit, like, someone tells me a problem. I'll sit there and think about it for, like, fucking 12 hours. And I'll come with, like, my best fucking bet. It's great advice from my, it's what it is, and people just can't even fucking understand what it means, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you kind of realize, like, oh shit, like maybe they're just in a certain place, or maybe it's actually not that. Maybe it's just kind of like I don't know. But I've seen it so many times that it's fucking shocking to me. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right here? My brother comes to me, fucking poor Ralph, like, he's smart in his own ways, but Jesus Christ, dude, like, he's had problems before. And I'm like, oh, like, this is a problem. Like, you know, let's fucking break it down. Like, what's the fundamental problem? Like, fucking just critical problem solving. Fucking,
you gotta break the combo down before you can do the full
break
combo,
it down. Fundamentals. What's the problem? This is go through fucking multiple trees of outcomes, come up with the fucking one that is the desired fucking outcome, and there it is. And it's in one ear and out the other. And it's like, is that just a place that they're at, or is that literally like they might be skilled in some other thing, but this just isn't a
in
fucking
the real house, dude.
Like, I don't know, but it's happened so many times that like it mind fucks me a little bit, where I'm just like, what the fuck am I dealing with here? Like,
definitely.
What the fuck is going on? Like, it's crazy because, like, you know, and then someone else can, you know, like, they could fucking, you can give them a book for school and they'll read it in a fucking day. They'll read it in a day, and it's like, oh, okay, wow, that's badass. And like, I'm sitting here fucking trying to like figure out how many people are in line in the fucking classroom. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know. Okay, and it's,
oh my god, dude!
And then the fucking person goes for another paragraph, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm going through like, where am I? And then I still fuck up. I'm like, no, and then I'm like in 7th grade or something, and then people are like, you suck, and I'm like, wow, and then that's just. and then the teacher leaves the fucking room, and you get a big piece of paper, you start chewing on it and sucking on it, and you throw it fucking against the whiteboard and pull the fucking screen down.
Draw a dick on some kid's face, dude.
And then it's like, there, I'm all better now. Right? It's like, no, you're a fucking piece of shit.
They ruined my life.
Don't worry though. In fucking 10 years from now, you'll realize your errors of your way.
Yeah, when you wake up in a cold sweat thinking about that moment in school, and you're like,
you can't sleep for 2 days. I had headaches too, bro.
Dude, no, I know, man.
I woke up at fucking 2:30 in the morning with a fucking headache, and I couldn't sleep, and I was just like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
It's crazy how your mind can do that for you too. It's like it's a lesson, dude, and it's so fucking weird to like learn those lessons sometimes like that. You're like, it's paralyzing sometimes, dude. Like, I was gonna even say this. The coolest thing about our friendship, Rico, is I felt like we've always been this way, where there'd be times where we'd be going through something in life, and I could hit you up and we would like meet in a parking lot and literally sit in a car and talk for hours.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you're one person that I've always felt like I could like run ideas off of, and it's like, I've been better for it, dude.
It's crazy too, because some people, you try to talk with them about something and they don't want to talk about it.
They don't even want to hear it.
And I don't know what that is either.
It's hard sometimes, man.
But, you know, always be here for people.
No, definitely.
It's just crazy. Life is fucking rough, man. And it'll fucking grab you, and it'll fucking shake you, and it'll put your face in the dirt, and it'll stomp on the fucking back of your head, and you can't even feel like you can get up sometimes.
No. And having people in your fucking corner like that, it's, you know, it's a good thing to have, man. And I'm thankful for it every day, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Thank
Crazy,
you for being my friend, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, dog. No problem, dude.
Thanks for giving me COVID.
Yeah, dude. Those Tums, bro. Like, yeah, those are all covered in
COVID. You were coughing in that shit and you like sneezing.
Well, half of it's the heartburn, dude. Like, I have this tendency when I have heartburn that I'll just like cough because I think it like stops the burn. I don't know. I'll just be like what the fuck? I was like, I need a Tums so bad, dude.
Have you ever like woken up in the middle of the night and had like acid like come in through your nose?
Fuck,
like,
yes.
That's the worst feeling.
Megan's
Does Tums help that?
You have to.
I have tech. If anyone's listening that's had this happen, like,
shout out to Indigestion.
Say you go and you eat some like crazy. Say you go eat Korean barbecue and you have the fucking brisket sauce, the spicy sauce, all the meat, all the shit, and then you go home and you go to bed and you wake up with this weird like cough, like, and then all of a sudden like just like acid is like coming up into your fucking
sinus and shit,
and it goes deep, and it's like burning. That's the worst feeling in the fucking world, bro. This is what I've figured out kind of works. You get like 3 pieces of like spearmint gum.
That's real.
And you just start fucking chewing. Like, maybe go get some milk, drink a little milk to kind of settle your stomach down. Maybe line the walls, like keep it acid, like kind of neutralize the acid. And
stop
then
it from growing up
you
as
fucking
much.
Gargle it and like kind of like let it try to go up in your sinus a little bit, and then you get some fucking spearmint gum and you just start fucking chewing, dude. And the saliva and the juices will kind of break down the overwhelming amount of fucking acid real. That's just wreaking havoc on your that is the nastiest shit, dude.
Oh, dude.
And I've been coughing. I remember the first time it happened, I went and bugged Oscar about it. I was like, I'm fucking dying. And she's like, what's happening? I was like, I don't know. I was like,
no, it's scary.
I was
bro.
like, what the fuck is happening to me? And then it's only maybe my whole life it's happened like 10 times or less, but I think it's called GERDs.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think I'm slowly getting to that point where I'm getting GERD, and I think the one thing you can do is try not to eat so late. I make that mistake all the time.
And don't eat and lay down either.
And that's what it is, because I'll eat late and then I'll go straight to bed.
But even if you don't sleep.
Oh, no.
Even if you just lay down.
There's this weird feeling that you get when you know it's happening. And I'm a fucking lazy piece of shit, and I'll just like, oh, I'm good. I'll just like keep laying here. And then it just gets to an unmanageable position where I like to lay on my stomach. So I flip over on my stomach.
You should sleep on your side.
That's when it literally comes out on my nose, dude. The acid. And I was like, I'll fucking jump up out of bed like I'm like fucking dying. Megan's like, what's wrong? I'm like I'm fucking choking, dude. Like this shit's all on my nose, man. Like,
shouts to getting older, dude. This is a fucking disaster.
Fuck, man. If I would have known it was gonna be like this though, like I would have probably fucking watched it a little bit, dude. I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I think about going to Vincent's house.
We're all gonna die.
And getting Arizonas and gummies. And
We're all
you know
gonna
what I mean?
die.
Like, it's just like, oh my God, why was I like doing that? Like, my diet was so bad. And like,
you didn't even have the worst diet.
No,
and
but
for a while
like,
there, you were eating like, you'd go make yourself chicken sandwiches.
Shit, yeah,
and
like I was doing good, but like, that's okay. Through darkness, I could do that. Through pain and misery, that was created. But once you become soft again, it's like, I'll fucking eat whatever I want and fucking fuck up.
Why'd you lose
know?
all the weight, dude? Let's talk about this. Whatever, you just wanted to fucking...
I wanted to change who I was.
You need a clean house, dude?
Were
you just trying to lay pipe, dude?
I was trying to lay some pipe. There was a girl I liked that didn't fucking reciprocate the way I was feeling, and it made me fucking hate myself. And like... I remember like, dude, I'm dead serious though. It was like, I'm gonna fucking prove to her. I'm gonna show the world like.
How much weight did you lose? Like 50 pounds? 60 pounds?
50 to 60 pounds. I went from like 245 to like 180, dude.
Damn.
And the best part was, I love the part that made me the happiest about it was we'd be going to Vincent's house. And I'd be running, and like Richard and Jason would be like driving by because I'd make that run kind of by our neighborhoods all the time, and they would like honk at me and see me. And like it made me happy to feel like, man, like I could just be driving with them to Vincent's house. Like I could just be like,
I'll just run there instead.
Yeah, like, I'll just like, yeah. And it made me feel like strong. Like it sounds stupid, but like I was like, that mental shit, dude. Like getting past
good,
that.
dude.
Oh, dude,
that's
I felt so good.
That's
dude.
another thing that's hard, right? But it makes you feel good.
Definitely.
Like what you were saying about like doing fucking... Well, I was saying that, but you were also saying like being uncomfortable.
Yep.
It's like,
dude,
working out
is uncomfortable.
It's not, and it's crazy because like it's good for you.
It's
good for you in a lot of different ways.
Mentally, and that was another
or right. So like I don't exercise, but I understand the
concepts.
But because I'm at work, it's not fucking easy. I'm doing hard shit.
That's why we were talking about one podcast. To me, you're in shape, dog, because the shit you do, dog, like, I'm
in work shape.
Yeah.
I'm in work shape.
You got some strength.
I'm in work shape. I'm not in shape.
The way you jumped that fence at fucking Montiel, dog, was incredible.
That's
upper body strength.
No. That's like but I'm not that strong. I can't lift that much weight. Like bench press, I have no idea. It's not a lot.
I feel you.
It's not a man's bench. It's not 2 45s on each side. It's like a 45 and like a 25 or something. It's fucking, I'm a bitch. But
That's good.
But that's not well, I don't lift, but if I want, you have to actually like dedicate yourself
Definitely.
to shit. But like as far as like work shit goes, like I can fucking work all day long and do shit like like picking up bales of hay from a field, like that type of movement. I don't know what it is, like a jerk or whatever. Like I'm probably pretty. Like if someone was
couldn't
like,
even lift that.
If someone was like, "Go do this," what, dude? That shit's heavy.
It's like,
and the worst part about
like,
that is it's pretty heavy, but the hands, the conditioning of the hands and shit, dude. Like with just the, because you're carrying like 120 pounds on a little string, and it'll fucking just.
Hands and
but
shit.
like. I could like my hands are so conditioned for that.
Leather, dude.
It's just for that kind of shit. It's like, bro, like I ain't gonna fuck it. I ain't gonna bust it. I ain't gonna bust it.
It's so real though, dude. That was like the coolest shit.
Yeah, mostly like picking stuff up, but like bench press stuff, like it's weird because benching is different. Like I could do like a body weight handstand push up. Like I can do one of those. I don't know how that's different, but it's fucking.
Yeah, it is though, huh?
It's weird. I don't know if it's a range of motion. Or even like an elevated, like legs up this high. Like I can do like 10 push-ups like that. And it's like, and I go try to bench something that my weight is way heavier. Yeah. Granted, it's not like equal, but it's like, I don't know. I think it's hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then even if you do the same amount of weight, say you bench a certain amount of weight, right? And then you take the same amount of weight in single individual weights, you cannot fucking. No. See, it's just like there's little things, dude. There's weirdness to that, but for the most part, like but that kind of like. Tearing your body down like that and like that's beneficial. So like say you have a job where you don't get to go physically exert yourself to the level of like even a pleasure. Your body likes that shit. I think it's used to it. I think like I'm experiencing this, like my sister has this newborn baby and it's like, dude, like that baby like exploits everyone in the fucking, like it exploits her fucking mom, dude. Like at any moment, like it doesn't matter what you're doing, I'm crying, you gotta come fucking, you know what I mean? And it's like holy shit. And it's like, why do we do that? It's like fucking evolution has like evolved that into us to where like we won't get exploited by anyone but a fucking tiny little baby like crying. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like you don't let anyone tell you what to do except for this little fucking baby going like, it's like I'm gonna fucking drop everything I'm doing and go like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I feel you.
It's kind of crazy, but like I feel like that's kind of the same thing with like humans and like that is like a pleasure. It doesn't make any sense. It's like this hard, crazy, like I'm gonna like exert myself and like do something that's fucking kind of hard, like the body, like the human body like has evolved from struggling, and like that's the kind of shit that it needs.
Definitely,
it needs that shit.
Someone was on Joe Rogan where they say like to live a longer life, your body requires that, dude. Like if you work out and like just even like
weight resistant training does is like, an indicator
it improves your quality of life,
sure. Or especially with like bone density and stuff.
Oh like yeah, that. And it was funny because one of our I was
grip strength for whatever reason. I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's one thing I want. I saw this thing where you can like it's like a fucking like 5-finger like rubber thing where you can, and it has different resistance on it.
But you think about that though, it's like, oh yeah, grip strength has something to do with like how long you live and shit, and like I don't know. I've thought about that, and I swear it has to do with like. If you fall when you're old, are you strong enough? Do you have enough grip strength to pick yourself up?
Yeah.
And the people that don't die more often because they can't get someone to come save them. And that actually is... Like, it doesn't actually have anything to do with your grip strength. If someone monitors you 24/7, like, you might end up having relatively, like, the same... This is the stupid shit I think about. This is like I'm serious. Like, I don't know why I fucking put any amount of effort into thinking about this, but like that's what I think's going on.
Well, I think that's important to think about because we're all going down that path. We're gonna be that age sometime.
We're already old bitches,
yeah, dude.
It's like we can't even sleep without GERDs.
I'm laying
like
in bed, GERDs hurt me, my back hurts and shit. Like, it's like the importance of stretching, the importance of fucking healthy diet, the importance of like moving your body enough to like fucking like I've always been a big dude, man, and when I was running, one of the next door neighbors, there was a girl that was living there and she was in shape. She was a runner. She would tell me like, oh, I ran this marathon, I ran that.
Was it Richard's ex-girlfriend?
No, it was was my next door neighbor's wife. They're married now. But when she moved in, she was just a roommate. And she was like, "Oh, I saw you running. Like I run. Like we should run together."
She asked you out?
No.
To run?
She just asked me out to run. Yeah, and I was like, "Okay." I fucking lost her. I booked it on her, dude.
Why would you do that?
But it was my normal speed.
Oh,
and she was like, she's like, "Dude, you're a gazelle. Like I can't."
You're pretty fast, dude. Barefoot runs through the fucking Evo. We would do these races. Me and people would just. I don't know. This is when Brandon would go to Evo. This has to happen at least once. We'd do these barefoot races from the elevators to our rooms to see who could get there first. Like it was the most retarded shit. We did it every time.
It's so much fun though, dude.
Because you're pretty fast,
dude. I can put the book wheels on. And you remember we watching Baki and the fucking like you reach that limit where you're like almost done and then that second win. I experienced that in running, dude.
Oh yeah, totally.
Where like I'd be fucking gassed. I'd be like, "Oh, I gotta stop." And then I'd keep going, and then I'd just like get this like boom. I just start running again. I'm like,
"That's
what the fuck?" Then endorphins.
I don't even know if that's what it is. It's something, but I know what you mean. Like the best time I ever did a mile, that happened to me.
It's crazy.
Where like
dude.
I got tired as fuck, and usually I just stop, and I didn't do anything different. But before I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna start walking. Like for whatever reason, I just got this like second wind, and like all the pain
just disappeared.
Didn't went away. And I was like, oh shit, like I can run this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I got
the best time I ever got in my entire life.
It's the weirdest thing,
and
man.
it wasn't even good. It was like 10:44 or some shit. It was almost 11 minutes. Whenever my fucking best friend in fucking like 6th grade, Jimmy Hill, could run a fucking mile in like 4 minutes and 50 seconds. I was like, dude, you're the fastest kid alive. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh
I have to,
God,
like,
dude.
we're like fucking, he wouldn't wait, dude. He would just be like, I gotta
win,
beat
dude.
my record. I'm like, all right, dude, don't worry, dude. We got each other's back still, dog.
Jimmy Hill, dog. I actually added him on Instagram recently. Dude.
Jimmy Hill's a legend, dude.
Dude, I used to spend the night at his house and play Lord of the Rings fucking games and like
it was so
go
cool,
fishing
dude. His sister
and
was sneaky. His mom was sneaky, dude. His brother was a little fucking asshole.
He'd like beat the shit out of all of us and shit.
We'd all hang out on that fucking street and like hang out with like fucking all the
Evan
cool Filipino
Mullins
kids and
like,
shit. No, Evan Mullins is a fucking bitch. That guy's a fucking bitch.
God, dude, he was all right. I felt bad for him. I don't know why.
It was so funny. One time, I think I've told this story before. I was at Jimmy's house and Evan was it Evan Mullins, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So these guys were like, me and Jimmy were hanging out, and like these guys were trying to give a shit, and then of course, fucking little asshole Rico. I was like, no, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna like just like we're not gonna take any shit from you today because he was older.
Oh fuck yeah.
And then he had a little brother too.
It was Evan was a young one, and then I think Eric was.
Eric was the one that was fucking with us,
Yep.
and I was like, "Hey, dude, like, fuck off," you know what I mean? And then he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get my fucking friends to come over here and beat you up there," and we're like, "It was like, bring him up, dude, fucking come."
Yeah.
He's like, "Go get him, whatever." And then it was Jesse, Jesse, the fucking Filipino guy, and like some of his friends rolled up, and he's all like, "What, you're trying to make me fight fucking Rico?" He's all like, "Rico, is this guy bothering you, dude? We'll beat the fuck out of this guy." I was all like, "You see what happens, dude? You see what happens when you fucking mess with the Warriors,
Yeah.
dude?" Like,
being born and fucking raised in Escondido, dog. People know you.
yeah,
dude.
dude. I was all like, "You think you fucking are friends with this guy because you live on the same street as him?" I was like, "I've played that guy body shots 45 times." I was like, "We have a bond that you have no fucking clue, dude.
You don't even fucking know, dude." No, that I remember that guy being a little fucking mean, dude.
Yeah.
There's something about older brothers. Like that's why I felt bad for him.
He had a chip on his shoulder because he was like closetly gay. He didn't know how to fucking handle it, dude. He like I'm just trying.
I know. We're just like
we're not doing this anymore. But I don't want to tear people down with my words. I want to fucking
build them up.
I want to fucking make them cry with laughter, not with fucking just shitty assness, dude. Like making them feel bad or whatever.
You, dude.
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
That's a bad habit, dude. But hey, like we said, dude. Growing up, you learn certain things, and that's the weirdest part about being an adult and growing up. It's like realizing that what got you here, like, isn't right, dude. You know what I mean? Like, like through misery and pain and all that, I could do all that, but like that wasn't a good place to live, dude.
Fuck no.
It might have got me to lose weight, but like it fucked with me. But we were talking about working out, and I do think that had a good mental aspect on me too, because I would have realizations in life that I would have never came to if I wasn't running. And I feel like in a run, you can get into this form of meditation where you just think. That's all you have. It's just thinking.
Yeah.
And I would just think, and I would just
like a moment of mental clarity.
I would just laugh at some like conclusion I'd come to, because it was like, dude, it was so fucking simple. Like, why couldn't I think of that before? And it was like such a positive thing.
It's hard
dude.
sometimes.
Yeah, it is, dude.
I don't know exactly the experience that you're talking about.
It was just
because I've like never run a fucking more than 5 feet in my life. Like,
it was just like sometimes you're treating people a certain way and you're like, why do I do this? Why do I do this? And then you fucking get the clarity and you're like, God, it was so easy. Just fucking treat them better. You know, it was something so stupid, and I was just like, you know, when you're fucking a little kid and you're like wanting like the whole world to like think of you as this one thing, and they're not, and like you almost mistreating them because of that, and then you're like I'm just being jaded, you know. Yeah. It's so funny that like, you know, exercising could like do something mentally for you, and that was the most impressive thing.
It releases a lot of fucking endorphins, and that you know, that's why like if you're like seriously depressed, it's a good idea to like go try and
do something
physical exertion. Bring yourself to like don't break yourself.
No, definitely.
Too bad. I remember I used to do jiu-jitsu like back when I moved to Texas. I got a job. It was like the Great Recession. It was a long time ago. Fucking shitty time to be alive too. But
yeah. Strange.
I got a job over in Texas. I went there for some kind of opportunity that came my way. It didn't end up being that great, but you know, learned some lessons. But and then I had some money, so I would drive to like the next town over. It's not far from Odessa to Midland. It's like not that far. It was maybe 45 minutes or something. Okay. So I drive 45 minutes and go to the fucking jiu-jitsu class, and then I kind of fucking it wasn't the best experiences ever, but you know, what am I trying to say? Oh, I went to the so later on I tried to I was like, you know, I'm gonna fucking do this shit again, because I lived right next to a place, and I don't want to fucking talk shit about anything, but their whole thing was like, I don't know what their deal was, but the day that I went in there, I think there was like maybe 2 other people that were just walking in there for the first time. Mm-hmm. They wanted to just like do an insane fucking warm up for some weird reason. I don't know. Well, I might know, because I got there early and they were like, we roll before, and I was like, okay. So I showed up and I fucking rolled with one of their blue belts and I tapped him out twice. And I think the guy was kind of mad about it.
So he did,
because I did the same thing. I got a fucking single leg. I ran the pipe. I passed his guard. I fucking just did a fucking arm lock, pretty much. Either a key lock. I did both. Not the same. I think I did a Kimura one time, and then I did a fucking key lock the second time. And the guy, I was just doing it to some older blue belt guy who had a kid in like the kids class. So then the guy that was running the whole thing, I think, wanted to be like, let's just do it was the most retarded amount of warm-up I've ever seen. Like twice as much as we ever did in fucking Texas. And it completely like killed me, right? And then I just got fucked up the whole rest of the fucking class. And which is cool. I don't mind getting fucked up. It's not my thing. But then I couldn't even go again for like a week because my body was so fucking, my legs were fucking shot, everything. And then I have to go to work.
Ugh.
And I have to fucking, and it's like, dude, I can't do this kind of shit here and then go to work
and work
because I'm going to be compromised. Mm-hmm. You know, you use your fucking legs riding horses.
Oh,
what am I going to do? Just be in pain the whole fucking, what if I actually need to use them to stay on?
Definitely.
And I can't.
And then
I fucking fall off one side, my boot gets stuck in the stirrup, and he fucking runs me to death and kicks me in the, you know what I mean? It's like
so dangerous, dude.
You know, I was like, this shit can't fucking work. But I think it was like some weird
power trip kind of
shittiness. The guy was, I mean, I don't think he was being fucking petty or weird, but they were also like being weird with Asuka because she was doing some girl class thing, and 2 of the weird little creepy guys there were like fucking just eyeing her and being all weird, and I was like, dude, do I have to fucking like be like, hey guys, like stop looking at my fucking wife like with these kinds of eyes, because this is not.
Were they? It's like, I don't.
They were just like young kids, just be like, oh, she's hot, like blah blah shit. But like they were like, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I could just see them.
Being a shorter, kind of smaller girl, like sometimes like at Ross, dude, Megan will just get followed by a guy.
That's so weird. That happens.
And it's like It's so creepy though, because it's like, what do you think that that's doing?
I'm telling you, they have to be more vocal about shit like that.
They
Just be like,
to.
"What are you following me, dude?
Yeah.
Just fucking be mean to them." I know it sounds like totally counterproductive.
But it's kind of real, dude.
But as from a woman's standpoint, like you have to do whatever you can to fucking survive. And I know maybe he's just happened to be fucking going behind, but there are some creepy people.
But it's like every time we go, there's a situation like that where she'll come over and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna like stop shopping now because this guy is following me." I'm like, "What? Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what does he think's gonna happen? Like, that you're gonna like look up at him, he's gonna look at you like, you know, like."
Dude, Oscar got creeped on by some creep at her work before, and that's the worst. It's like they don't work directly together, but they work at the same
building.
There's like different run labs there, and this guy is in a different lab, and he's an older guy, and he has a fiance, and he's creeped on her. And I told her, I was like, "Bro, do I gotta fucking go down there and like
say something to somebody, dude?
Be fucking weird about it?" And she's like, "I'll take care of it." But I don't know if I ever talked about this shit on the podcast. The guy's a fucking creep, dude. People are just creepy.
It's just strange.
He got her. He like lured her into this place alone, and then just be like, "Let me just stare at you and take you in." And then she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then he's like, just like trying to like put his in, and she's like, "Okay, dude, I gotta get the fuck out. You're like the fucking creepiest fucking piece of shit on the planet."
Yeah, it's just strange.
And
sometimes.
it's like, yeah, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean,
I don't think I've ever done that.
I've never been weird like that before. I did say one weird thing one time ever, but it was like actually in like a charming way.
Yeah, I've done something like that before. We're just like,
it was corny. And don't. We're all guilty of saying.
We're all guilty of being like weird a little bit, right? Like we've all been weird.
I think one time, remember that one big girl that Joey Chelino dated for a while that lived like around like whenever everyone was hanging out at like Evanston's house back in the day. Joey was dating that one like.
Wasn't it Kay's roommate?
No. Her name was like, I can't remember. She was fucking.
I think I do remember
thick,
her,
bro. And she was pretty. And I was like, good shit, Joey. But before, I think Joey wasn't even back from the military at that point. No, he was. But he never like made a move on this chick, and she was friends with like all those chicks.
Yeah.
And I said the most corny shit, but I think it was like actually like, I think it like. It wasn't like it wasn't like, oh my god, this guy's creeping on me. It was like, oh, that was corny, but like it made me feel kind of cute for a second. I was like, I can't remember, I'd never seen her before, and she comes in, and I was like, oh my god. And I was just looking at her, and she noticed that I was kind of staring at her, and then I like was trying to be all badass. I was like, don't be a bitch. I like looked over at Tim. I was like, hold on. I was like, I think I just saw the most beautiful woman in the world. So I said it out loud enough for her, and I went over there and started talking to her, and she was just like, yeah, cool, whatever. But then I was like, man, that came out corny as fuck. And I did it on purpose just so she could like.
No, that's cool.
No, it was not. No.
Cool. Like,
it was not cool.
I'm talking about like telling somebody.
It didn't work.
Like, no,
it didn't work. Believe me, I thought it would work. But I was like, look, this is gonna crush. This is gonna kill. And it was like, she talked to me for like 5 minutes, and then. I was like, yeah, I'm gay, actually.
No, that's a hard one, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to fucking jump on the sword quite like that.
Yeah,
you don't have to just put yourself in a fucking serious fucking situation real
It's
fast.
weird though, man. It's like,
I really did think she was hot.
Oh, she was. I forgot all about her, actually.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
She looked like one of those like thick ass fucking chicks that like a Gianna Michaels without the huge tits, or like a Angela White or some shit. You know,
she was like pretty. She was really pretty,
thick, dude.
Oh yeah,
and she had a pretty face. So it was like a fat girl, not fat. I don't think she's fat, but she was like more. Curvy. She was curvier than anyone else that fucking been. And then, but it was like a nice tight curviness.
Oh, definitely.
And then she had a really pretty face. So that's just like that's a home run, dude.
Oh, that's a fucking knockout of the park, dude.
Yeah. And then Joey dated her for a while, and I was like, good shit, Joey. At least someone got in that ass.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. If that would have never got fucking like, dude, it would have been a travesty. Like, it would have been fucking nutty. One for all for one, dude.
Yeah, dude. I know, bro.
Let's fucking go. Good times, man.
It was a good time, dude.
Oh, but I was saying, like, if you can find a jiu-jitsu gym that doesn't suck ass and like try to kill people that like can tap their blue belts with like relative ease, like, you should go.
Oh, hell yeah. I think that's a good idea. Because I think there is a...
And I think it was just that old guy.
Yeah.
He never, like, dealt with, like, someone trying to wrestle him, you know? Like, they're always just, like, flopping guard or whatever. It was It was a gi jiu-jitsu place. So, like, and then I'm, like... I was always, like, kind of, like...
Good with the gis, right?
No, fuck that. I'm bad. I just know gi shit. So I didn't even have a gi on. I just, like, fucking fucked him up. And he had, like, no, like, levers. Because that's the whole gi is bullshit. Because there's so many fucking handles. And it's like, dude...
I could see that.
Like, I'll use your fucking pant legs against you, but you're not gonna know the fucking grab my shit. I just fucked him up, dude. I was like, kidding. I was like, yeah. I was like, better luck next time, bitch. Like,
try again, brother. No, that's fucking real, dude. And there's something about rolling in general where, like...
I love fucking... that shit's great.
That shit's fun, but, man, that is an instant gas for me. I remember I'd be so fucking tired after that shit,
it's so
dude.
good for you, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, something like that. Or, like, Pickle went on the fucking... He always talks about, like, doing kickboxing or some shit.
Dude.
Something fucking like that. That's some... It checks so many boxes.
Definitely.
It's like... It's something hard. It's exercise. It's good for your body. You know, you're learning something and you're getting better at it, and that gives you some
confidence,
sense of like fulfillment. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many things that it's good for. I mean, does it cost money? Sure, but like, does it cost like brain trauma? Probably, yeah. Like, is jiu-jitsu like a complete and utter like fucking tear of your body throughout your whole life? I love that. Be like, oh yeah, this guy like. Yeah, man. I mean, you see these old guys, like, they're still rolling, and it's like, man, it really keeps you longevity. It's like, yeah, he has, like, 6 fused discs in his back. He's had a fucking torn ACL.
The Ronnie Coleman cage back.
No, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, sure. Like,
yeah, I know.
This is a great way to stay fucking having longevity and what's it called? It's like, oh, no, I'll just, like, run. It's like, yeah, that's not good either.
It's
just,
funny,
like, breaks
too.
your whole body down.
Even
like,
in skateboarding, they're like, you know, you drink a fucking green juice and roll on this ab roller, you're good for 50 years old skating. And then these guys are like going through all these surgeries and shit and like so fucked up. You're like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, that's not even real, dude.
Yeah. Whatever, let's wrap this shit.
Yeah.
Are you hungry, dude?
I'm pretty fucking hungry, dude. Just know that friendship is important, guys. And, you know, if we say anything on this podcast that makes you think that we don't value you guys' friendships, like, it's not true. We're just trying to be funny, and sometimes it comes off fucking weird. And
well, luckily that didn't happen on fucking this podcast.
No.
The other one, I'm sure, was just misinterpreted. I didn't do a good job of fucking... I mean... Yeah.
I feel you.
But that other shit, that was I'll have to live with that shit for the rest of my life. Like, you guys have no idea how bad I feel about it. Luckily, hopefully after this I can actually sleep at night and like wake up without just fucking headaches, and like can possibly focus on anything other than like what I probably should have done instead of what I did. Like, cause like I've been like in a fucking crazy loop, but you know, I think I've spoke my piece on it.
I think so too.
You know. Yeah,
it's good to be back, and hopefully there's no more fucking interruptions in this podcast, dude, because, you know, I missed it, dude.
We gotta take a couple weeks off now because I have COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once Rico heals, then we'll be back again, dude.
I like jumped the gun, dude. I was like, "You're good, right?" You're like, "Yeah, my fever subsided yesterday." I was like, "Oh."
I just been like sweating the whole time on this podcast.
Brandon has like a fucking like acid, like just taking like crazy COVID diarrhea shits this whole time.
Dude, yeah, that's real though, dude. Fucking water, dude. Just water, dude.
Oh my god! I like how I got like new subscribers off of that SDFGC, did that Job Squad. Oh, it was the.
Did we?
I think so.
Hopefully, they're these fucking people from Norway that they were talking about, dude. Let's get some
these
fucking
like a Swedish house party or a Swedish dance mafia, dude.
Yeah, I'd be down, bro.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. That's the problem with fucking putting this shit. Like, Kadar tries to like put his shit on fucking like he like pumps it. I know he says he doesn't, but I you know, come on, you know what you're doing, dude.
Who in Norway's
paying
fuck
fucking
about
guests?
You know what I mean?
He's like trying to prime it to like be some successful thing.
Well, sometimes I wonder how it is on Google Podcast, and I wonder like
what
like our podcast even. It's like, dude, Like, I want to know who.
I have all the logistics of it.
I have to like know.
It's pitiful. Like,
Is
we
it?
get like 7 downloads like an episode on like Spotify and shit.
Okay.
I think there's like a couple people that like listen to it at work or something. I know like J Smack probably. If we upload it fast enough, if he can't.
I got you.
Wait, he'll
watch the YouTube.
Oh my god, hold on.
What?
Should I talk about the Christmas fucking disaster at the house, dude?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude. This is so fucked up. This was the worst, like, surprise! Like,
Merry Christmas.
It was so fucking bad, bro. Like, so the day before Christmas Eve, someone's like going to take a shower and we're like, hey, the water is not on. And I was like, oh shit, for real? They're like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, let me go see, like, check the usual suspects. There's like, the setup at the house is like kind of fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's on top of a hill. The city water, you know, it's something like 1 foot is like 4 pounds of pressure or some shit. I can't remember. I'm not a fucking
yeah.
But like going up for every elevation foot, it's like you need so much pounds of pressure to get that far. So like for whatever reason, it's probably 100 foot up. It's not in a straight line, like it's going like this, but like if you were to go like that and chop it off, it'd probably be like 100 feet or something. The city water can't make it up there. So the city water is at the bottom of the hill, and the water goes into this can pump that looks like a well, but it's not. It looks just like a submersible well pump, but it's in fact just a weird can style pump that's right there, and the city water goes into it, and then that boosts it up the hill.
Okay.
And goes into a tank. And then the thing that always goes wrong when the water is off is there's this pressure switch that you got like 120 pounds of pressure going to the house like at all times. Right? Mm-hmm. Whenever someone got a shower going, water will go out. That pressure switch will get, since the water pressure drops, that pressure switch will tell this little, it's like a little flippy fucking
flap thing.
It almost looks like something you can find in an arcade stick. It's got like fucking it's like 187 quick disconnects on it and shit. Like, there's a little pressure pad. I took one apart before to see how it works because I was intrigued.
Definitely.
This is some nerdy dumb shit. There was one stand on the side one time and I was like, I'm just gonna take this thing apart. Like, how was it made? You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's interesting. This is waterproof. I'm like surprising. Like
History Channel show.
Yeah, but so once that switch isn't pressed down enough, it'll start telling it to boost it. So like pretty much if you're taking a shower, that booster's gonna be running like pretty much every it might stop for a second because it does pump it pretty fast, but then once it drops, it starts to make it. Okay. What happens is that switch gets like gummed up with like random just shit. Debris. Sometimes like little earwigs will get inside this thing because it's not like super tight, and they'll like, hey, it's warm here, and then they get fucking zapped by electricity and like all that, and there's just dead like explode, something you'd see like a microscopic version of like some Men in Black fucking alien getting exploded like on this shit. It's all fucked up, so you got to sit there and like scrape it off and like. I get a stick and I like beat on it. This is like so fucking Russian, dude. I'm just like beating on this thing with a stick, dude, and it just starts working. I'm like, that's it. That's how you fix it. People are like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's it. And I go to do that and it just doesn't work. And I'm like, okay. And I go check the tank and it's like, I don't know, 18 inches from the bottom, and there's 2 floats in there. This is like so crazy. I hope this translates. I'm trying to do the best job explaining this. I hope it translates on like audio only, but there, you got like a 5,000 gallon water tank, and there's 2 sensors in there, like this rope of wires that's insulated and waterproof. It goes all the way to pretty close to the bottom, and it's got a weight, and then it's got a float. So when the tank gets that low, this float will not be underwater, so it won't be flipped upside down, so it'll flip the other way around, and that tells it to stop boosting. Now there's another float at the top that is supposed to keep it full all the time. So whenever it drops to a certain level, it tells the pump at the bottom of the hill to Or actually what happens is there's a shutoff valve that's connected to that float right there. So it will say, oh, I'm empty, start pumping water. And then when that float flips back up, it's like, oh, I'm full, stop. And then it sends a signal to this. It's like a Rainbird, pretty heavy duty, like 2.5 inch, like electrically controlled on and off switch. And then that shuts. And then that builds up pressure at the bottom of the hill and then tells that to stop pumping water up because it's flipped the pressure switcher down there. Now, I have this fucking problem because it's Christmas fucking Eve practically, and there's no water. And I'm like, okay. Bro. And then I start looking at that float up top, and I'm like, why isn't it filling up? And I go to the bottom of the hill, and it's got a ton of pressure. And I'm like, okay. I look at the little pump indicator, and there's like a green light. It's working. There's electricity. I fucking get electrocuted. I'm like, okay, like
it works still.
Everything's working. And it's like, oh, you're stupid. You got electrocuted. It's like, I only ever get electrocuted once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
dude.
I learned my lesson, okay? If I got shocked twice, then you could call me stupid. If I get shocked once, it's like I'm just making sure that there's some electricity here. But so I get fooled into thinking that it's the shit at the bottom, at the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything at the bottom
was working.
Appeared to me to be working. So stupid me, I'm like, okay, this Rainbird thing's broken. It's not telling it to open up. There must be water on the other side. It's the only thing that makes sense. And the little thing that you're supposed to do to manually open it must be broken too. Thinking about it now, it was fucking stupid of me to think that was the problem. Because it just was. In hindsight, it's 2020. So the only day I have to go buy something to try and fix it, I go buy this fucking dumb Rainbird automatic switch that's connected to the float that's supposed to open up the thing that puts water into the tank. And I take it apart and I rebuild it. I don't even fucking take it off. I just rebuild the one that's there. I take off the fucking nut. I go turn the thing. I flip the breaker at the bottom so it doesn't pump up.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm smart because I open up a thing down there and bleed out some water so I don't have to deal with water spraying in my face when I get up there. And I think all this shit's actually fixing anything. And then I go, I take apart this fucking thing. It's all dirty. It looks all shady. I'm like, man, I'm really fixing something here. And I'm like, I wish my family could see me doing this fucking. And it was raining and shit. It was Christmas.
It was miserable.
Dude, and I'm like, man, this is what it is to be fucking the man of the house, dude. I'm just fixing this shit. Fucking no thank you, no what's it called? Like, this is what it's like to be fucking
I'm in.
I go, I fucking put it all back together. I'm like, do you see that, Oscar? That's impressive. I'm like, here, I'm gonna take you down to the bottom of the hill, and we're gonna flip the switch together, and we're gonna go up and just hear the water fucking pouring in, and just rejoice the fact that Christmas is saved by the one and true Savior, fucking Rico. And I go down there, we flip it. She's getting rained on. She's shivering. She's like, "Why am I here?" I'm like, "You need to witness this."
Yeah, this is man stuff.
And then I go up there, and I'm like, "Now watch," and nothing's happening. And I was just like, fuck. I was like, not like this, dude. You're not who you think you are, dude. That's like all I'm gonna say. So
oh fuck,
dude. So we spend Christmas Day like just stinky and like fucking we're drinking we don't have any more water to drink. I have to go get fucking bottles of water. I'm like, it's okay, whatever. And then we can't take showers, we can't wash dishes and shit.
Oh my god.
So we're trying to have this like Christmas like food thing. Oh no, we just have a fucking sink full of dishes that's like just retarded. We're using like butter knives as like forks and shit. It's like the most just I mean, what the fuck? Damn, it was so fucked up, and everyone's just like, you were supposed to fix this, Rico. Like, you suck. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, we'll be fine. I'm like, do what you will with me. Like, I'll talk all your shit right now because come tomorrow, like, all this is going to... So it was fucked up because on Christmas, I couldn't go buy something to get it fixed.
No.
Because in my head, I was like, I need to just get water in the tank. Who gives a fuck if it comes from the fucking city well water? Like,
yeah.
There's water at the fucking ranch. It's right there. And then I was like... The water buffalo's on the top of the mountain and it's raining and the water truck's on the top of the mountain. Like, all the shit that we have to move water at the ranch is up on top of this mountain. Like, And I can't take a truck up there and bring it down. I'll fucking get jackknife and I'll be like a fucking on a YouTube video, like
Jesus
getting saved
Christ.
by some like fucking lifted Dodge. It's like, oh, we pulled this semi off a fucking mountain, like we're so cool. It's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just talking about ass. But so I'm like, there's a broken water buffalo at the bunkhouse though, and I'm like, okay. The pump is shut on it. The axles, like some weird thing happened with the shackles. So like, it must have gone too far one way, and then the little brackets that work on like a dual axle little trailer, like something weird happened to where like they got locked up in a weird way to where like 2 of the tires were on the ground and then the other 2 were like up in the air.
Holy
and it was
shit.
like all fucked up. And like, so the tongue was even like chest level. It's supposed to be on the ground.
Holy
like
shit,
the receiver,
yeah.
it's like way up in the air and like the axles are all fucked up. And I'm like, is this even worth fucking with? I was like, dude, like, this is my way out of this mess, and it's just, it's as equally as a mess as the fucking situation at the house. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? There's a flat tire, the fucking everything is just shot. I mean, it's been sitting there dilapidated for fucking years, and there's like some crazy algae that like I'm pretty sure like could be its own fucking X-Files episode that like turn people into mutants or some shit. Like you look inside of it and it's just this like red, green, just you know that shit that gets in lakes and kills all the fishes. You know what I mean? I was like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's
it's like
perfect.
It's pretty much like that episode I call you up with the fucking like the refrigerator, like some food gets left in there and this bacteria like turns into a monster and like kills everyone and then like escapes off into outer space. Like it's that bad. Like,
oh my
I'm like,
God.
okay. So I get a tractor and I just drag this trailer all fucked up with a chain over to the open, and then I'm like, how am I gonna flip these fucking axles? And I'm like, I just gotta force it. So I got like, I just tie up the front, and then I get, this was fucking crazy, I get this like jack and I put it underneath it like a floor jack, and I start just jackknifing the fucking stupid
wheels.
It's like shackles underneath there, and then it like just forces it over, like as if you had like a dislocated elbow and it's like all fucked up, and then you just like make it go back, and then the whole thing goes, then the trailer goes, it's all hooked up with a chain. I'm like, okay, I just need to get out of the way of this shit. And I do it on the other side, and it's like, so I'm like, the water buffalo is fucking at least like trailerable, like movable. I can hook it up to something, and then I'll just put air in the tire, and somehow I put air in the tire and it hasn't gone down to this day. I don't know how I don't know what the fuck. Maybe like in a year it'll be flat, but it's kind of impressive how I didn't do anything to this tire and it's still aired up. But so I'm like, I gotta deal with this algae. I clean it all out and I go back and I get Oscar and I'm like, now's the time to like prove your worth to this family. I was like, you crawl into that little hole that I could never fit into, even if I cut half my, like, if I cut myself in half. Yeah, I gave her like a fucking little scrubbing brush and like some like Simply Green, and I was like, you get in there on your hands and knees and you fucking scrub all that shit off. And she's like, I'm willing to do my part. I was like, get in there. And my mom's like, what are you doing? Why are you taking Oscar? I was like, you want me to take one of the fucking girls,
little
like
babies,
the nieces? Yeah. I'm like, hey Juno, you want to make a buck? I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, come on, dude. Like, so I get Oscar, like throw her head first into this fucking thing, and she's just like, ah, and then she's just like Cinderellaing it up, like cleaning it, like fucking, and then she gets it good, and I'm like, all right, now we gotta go buy a pump because the pump is shot. And I'm like, this is when the story just gets fucking, this is when it gets stupid as fuck. I call up like A1 Irrigation. The ranch has like a fucking account there, and I'm like, do you guys have any like trash pumps? They're called trash pumps. It's like you can hook up one side to like a cage, like a hose with like a weird meshy cage that will like stop leaves, like big debris, but really like it can pump really nasty shit. So if you have like a swampy, like nasty puddle of water that's just like you got all debris and pump shit it out somewhere else, like you throw this inside the middle of it, well you throw the thing in the middle of it and then it pumps the water out and out the other side.
I got you.
So they're like, no, we don't have anything like that. All we have is like 3 horsepower fucking like electric pumps. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking useless. So then I just go on the Home Depot website and I see that they have some. And I'm like, okay, we'll go to Home Depot and I'll fucking flip the bill and I'll turn it in and then we can have water and we can stop like smelling like shit. You know what I mean? I was like, it's been like 2 days at this point that we didn't fucking have a shower. It's disgusting. We're supposed to be all like I love you, give me a kissy, and our fucking breath smells like shit, and there's like fucking just like, you know, like we're just nasty. I was like, come on, what are we doing here? And then fucking we go to Home Depot, and dude, the Home Depot, I'm surprised they're still in business with the fucking shitty ass customer service. The people, everyone working there was like just fucking poo buds, bro. I was like, hey, do you guys got any pumps? They're all over there on aisle 3. I'm like, I go over there, I look, or aisle 13 or something, and I'm like, oh, I don't see any. I go back to those guys, I'm like, hey, it says online that you guys have some of these pumps.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, and he's like, what is it? I'm like, these ones. And all the while, these 2 guys I'm talking about, they're not working. They're in uniform. They're sitting in this like kind of like hidden spot where like probably like the cameras can't see them. They're just fucking jacking each other off. And I'm walking up to them for the second time, and they're just like, who do you think's gonna play fucking T'Challa in the next fucking Black Panther movie? And the guy's like, I think it's gonna be fucking the guy who played Iron Man in blackface, like in Tropic Thunder. And I'm just like, dude, are we fucking... I'm like, is this like... Is this a nightmare, dude? I was like, do you guys fucking work for once in your... Jesus Christ. And then I'm like, where is this? And they're like, let me see. Oh, dude, like, you got a special order of that shit. I'm like, you don't have any of these? You're the Home Depot and you don't have a single fucking trash pump, dude? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, bro, like, what it says right there is fucking, you gotta order online and it'll get delivered here and then you can pick it up here. It's here, but it's not here. I'm like,
God damn it, dude.
Okay. So then he's like, go check Home and Garden. Maybe there's something. I don't know. There's not, but don't waste your time over there. And I'm like, all right. So I go to Home and Garden and I'm looking, and it's like kind of there is the same pumps in Home and Garden that there were out there. But I go to the girl and I'm like, do you guys have anything like this? And she's like, let me see. She starts going through her fucking little tablet. She's like, we don't got any of that shit. And I'm like, what's that right there? She's like, that's one of those pumps. I'm like, okay, do you have that here? Look, it says we have 2. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I go back to those guys. I'm like, hey, you have 2 of these pumps somewhere. And he's like, we don't got none of that shit, dog. He's like, we don't got it. He's like, believe me, I know. He's like, you might as well call me Mr. Home Depot, bro. I was like, you're Mr. Home Depot. He's like, call me fucking Mr. Lowe's. It don't matter. They don't got them either. You're fucked, bro. I was like, I'm fucked, right? You think I'm fucked? I was like, I'm gonna fuck you right now, dude. I walked over there. I started looking like on the scaffolding on the top shelf behind a fucking cage. There's like, I see this little thing that says 4 horsepower on it, and I'm like, you cocksuckers. I'm like, that's a fucking pump, and I know it is. And I go to someone else, and I'm like, hey, can you guys
get that pump for me?
Can you fucking like bring a ladder so we can to get the thing down? And he's like, yeah, sure. He's like, hey, Marco, he's yelling out to those guys. I was like, don't bother with those guys. I was like, they're not gonna be able to help us. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, no, don't worry about that.
He's like, got a Black Panther fucking.
He's like, yeah. I was like, unless you fucking have something to say about who's gonna fucking be in the next Black Panther movie, dude. Like, but it was just like the most ridiculous shit. So then they bring it down, and it was $400. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Whatever, I'll fucking bite the bullet. I need to take a shower. So I get it. We go back, and it's all fucked up, dude. This thing's in a cage, and the other thing, like, there's no really room to have that, like, cage. Like, I gotta take it out the cage, and then I gotta fucking mount it on this trailer with these fucking shitty-ass fucking bolts and shit, and then hook it all up, fucking put oil on the fucking motor, put gas in it, and then I fucking turn on. This son bitch works like it's smooth as a Cadillac, dude. I was like, this is nice. I was like, this is gonna be badass. So then I just start taking trailer loads, water back and forth. And then the first hose, we bought a hose. And we bought some shit to put it all together at A1, and we put it on the account side. Someone came out to talk to me one time, and I fucking left it out, and then I backed up and ran it over and ripped it. And I was like, I'm fucked. And then I was like... And then I started looking at the wrench, and I found like some other hose that had like a weird hole in it, and I just like
patched it,
kind of fixed it, like all shitty. And then I started using that one, and that one still works to this fucking day, thank God. But then the night I was doing it until dark, and then I had my phone and I was looking at the fucking thing. I put it on top of the thing. I was like, I'm gonna go drive the trailer back and get my truck and bring it back here. I fucking left my phone up there and backed up. This fucking F-350 dually. I ran it over like 2 fucking times, like back and forth, just crushed my phone. And then when I got to the ranch, I was like, "Where's my phone?" I thought I lost it in the truck, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, It's on the driveway somewhere. I was like, "Please don't be run over." And I just go there. It's just shattered. I'm like a fucking. I mean, it still works, but it is so fucked up.
Oh yeah.
And I just went and like took a fucking shower for the first time in like 3 days, and then I was like, I gotta start washing these dishes because I have a fucking New Year's Eve party to have, and like no one can know that there was like
no water
a
here.
near disaster for like multiple fucking days, and like it was pretty funny, dude.
You persevered,
and it's like, no, it's not even that. It's like, this is gonna be like a funny story to tell like at all Christmases for like the rest of my life, dude. I'll look back on this as like a fond moment of just, it was legitimate, like a real life family vacation Christmas fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like where like the fucking house burns down, like the you know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucked up. And there was other shit that there was so much crazy shit. I can't even remember. It was just fucking chaos, bro.
Just Christmas, dog.
But it was fun because like Oscar bought Mateo, Riley's little kid, like some Nerf guns.
Oh, dude!
And then we just had this like epic
Nerf war, dude.
Nerf gun shootout, and it was like
cool.
We were just running around, just shooting, and then poor Oscar, bro. I was sitting there from like so far away, and like she bought one for him that was like a rifle, and it was gutless. You couldn't fucking aim it at something and have it even get. It would just fall out of the sky.
Oh.
And I was like, and then she bought these other ones, and the first, I didn't know how strong they were, and I was just loading it up, and what's it called? We're on the other side. You know, like the, you've been at the house, right?
Yeah.
Like at the doorway, you step down, and like you turn to your left, and there's like that carpet, like that carpeted living room. I'm standing right at the edge of the carpet, and Oscar's like on the other side, like opening gifts with the little girls, and I'm sitting there, and Mateo's all looking at me, and I have the gun down that side, and I just go, and I shoot it at Oscar, and it fucking goes so hard, dude. These things were dart throwers,
like
dude. It hit her
dude.
just right in the temple and made the lot. She's like, it didn't hurt. But I was like, I just killed Oscar. It was like, holy
it's like a real bullet.
shit. This thing was like a gun, dude. And then that's what we had, the shootout war, dude. It was fucking wild. Those things, I think she got them at Ross. They were the most hardcore fucking
That's
Nerf guns.
sick, dude.
These were like bringing back Nerf to when we were kids, and you could like kill like a bird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could kill like a small animal with the Nerf gun. Like
shoot a
and then they
squirrel
just
with
kept
it,
like
like-
adding more plastic to that like limiter. You know?
Oh, yeah, dude.
The governor that like keeps all the air from going into it. And it was weird because there's like a weird like hand cock. It was kind of hard, but fuck, bro,
That's
it was
so cool,
it was
dude.
insane. Like you could like aim it at something like 20 feet away. Like don't get me wrong, like the sights didn't work, but if you knew where it shot, like you aimed at it, you would hit it.
That's so cool, dude.
It was like a good airsoft gun. I was like, holy
dude,
shit.
Nerf guns are real now, dude.
No, I don't know. They're not all real. She bought a rifle that was worthless. It was like, this thing's cool, but it sucks ass.
Yeah, they're like aesthetically cool, but they don't like function really well.
Yeah, those little knockoff fucking like, you know.
The Ross fucking ones.
Yeah, dude. They were like, hey, we don't want to spend the money on the extra plastic to like slow these things down, dude. It was like a fucking gun. I was like, holy shit.
That's so badass, dude.
No, it was fun. It was good.
Shout outs to Christmas, dude.
Yeah, I feel bad because you had COVID and like all this shit.
I know.
You got it after Christmas.
Yeah, we went to
right after Christmas.
We went to go see Megan's family. It was her brother, his wife, the kids, and then Megan's parents were there. And then we went and saw my dad the next day. And there was Christmas Eve there, and then Christmas Day with my dad. And after that, we were both just fucking wrecked, dude. Could have been the kids.
Did anyone else get sick?
No, but the kids.
They all had COVID before.
I think so. And her sister kind of travels a lot, like goes to fucking music events and shit. So
music events,
like raves and shit.
There's pandemic raves.
Yeah. Oh, of course, dog. That's the thing. Like,
wait, hold on.
There's people that aren't.
Hold on.
Caring, dude.
There's raves going on right now.
Yes, like,
and people with kids go to raves.
Well, they don't have kids. Luckily, the other sister is younger than Megan, and she has a boyfriend, and they just go to these things. It's like the pool party shits and all the.
So they got her sick.
We're not even 100% sure because they didn't get COVID.
Okay.
But she was sick for a while recently, and it's like she just didn't test. So I'm like, I don't know if it was her. Don't know if it was the kids.
I'm not COVID positive because I don't have a COVID positive test.
Yeah,
it's like okay.
I'm not 100% sure what happened. I just know that the kids go to a lot of birthday parties now while COVID's going on, and they've been countlessly sick throughout the year. So I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Oh, so were you sick before the Christmas thing, or is that what got you?
That's what got me.
That's what got Megan.
Because Christmas Eve we went over to that house, and then Christmas Day is when Megan started kind of feeling bad, and then we went to my dad's house. Hold on,
no. The incubation period is like 3 days or some shit. That's why it took you a while to get sick.
Maybe that she got something from school, because she was working at school too.
Yeah.
And there's kids there, so it's like, I really don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 to 5 days incubation period. So if you got sick the day after something, that's not when you got exposed to COVID.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Because after Christmas Day, she really started showing.
Well, at least that's what the science was at some point. And don't get me wrong, like everything's...
It's all up in the air, right?
Any given day, you could be made a fucking liar just by...
Some new fucking thing.
Dr. Fauci says that fucking cloth masks do something. And then he comes out, he's like, yeah, guys, I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Like, if you're not having an N95, you're not doing anything. And it's like, Dr. Fauci said if you don't have an N95, it's not doing anything. It's like you're making liars out of people.
Yeah, it's just insane. But either way, fucking Christmas, man. Yeah, got fucking wrecked, dude.
Yeah.
But got some new headphones, some Logitech headphones, and got a dartboard. So I was like,
I got fucked on the Christmas thing. The one thing I wanted, I got, and then it wasn't good. It didn't fit.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like...
That'll happen.
Well, I got that new fucking 1911, the fucking Commander Classic, and then I wanted to get a checkered mainspring housing, and then I had Oscar. I was like, hey, this is what I want for Christmas. And like, she got me some... What else did she give me? She got me some socks.
Some like husband shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then I can't remember what there was some. I got Liquid Death like Hawaiian shirts.
What?
Yeah,
that's sick as fuck. Actually.
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool.
I like that.
I'm not talking shit on anything. I just can't remember because it was a very chaotic time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, it was a little wild than now, but
that's cool.
That mainspring housing, I don't know why, but it just didn't fit. And it sucks too because I did research, and at one point that's the one that people would use to replace the one that came stock on it. But I think that like as of now they're doing a lot more fitting, which is nice. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm pretty happy with the way it's fitted on there because it's more like semi custom compared to like just a total production, like just slap this shit together, like someone blended it, and because of that it makes it not fit up well at all with the one from Ed Brown. So we had to return it, and it's kind of like, damn.
That's unfortunate.
So then that was like the big thing. My mom's too sick to be able to do any fucking Christmas shopping, so, and the whole time she was just fucking being like, there's too much salad. There's like one piece of, we're like starving to death. We have like nothing to eat. She's like, you're fucking, I'm like, okay, well, it's all good. But yeah, so that was kind of a bust, but at least I'll make Oscar buy me something else. I'll be like, look, we need to redo on this Christmas. This shit didn't work out, so we're gonna do something else. Believe me.
No, I feel that, dude. I bought her a record just recently of one of her favorite bands too, and tried to like do more a little bit, but it was a good Christmas. She got me a tent, and
I got her some headphones, like not like those ones, but they were like Skull Candy.
Okay.
Like the ones that have a long battery life. There's ones that like have a shorter battery life, but they're like better.
I got you.
Like the newest ones, I think it's the ones that they gave away as a gift at that fucking the Family Fun Arcade reunion thing. The guy who got like second place for Third Strike got these like $300 headphones.
That's
and
sick.
they're like super badass, but the battery life is like it's like
maybe
half the time as the ones that got Oscar, and she picked them. She's like, hey, this is some stuff that gift ideas. She's like, these headphones seem cool. She's like, I want a CSUSM alumni sweater. I was like, I'm not fucking buying you that shit for Christmas. I'm like, I'd like give you a gift of like a picture of me burning one, and you're like, Don't be a fucking nerd with your stupid alumni jacket.
Oh shit!
Have you learned anything from me, dude? It's like,
what's a placebo?
You want to like leave some fucking little door open for some creep to be like, so you went to CSUSM, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then
I need
like,
to feel that sweater on you.
And she's like, there's someone following me at Ross. Like, you know what I mean?
We're to the same school. Like, yeah, I feel you, dude.
What are we doing? Like, what the fuck? No, but then what else did I get? Oh, we played this board game with my brother Ryan called like Forbidden Island or some shit. It's like a stupid cooperation game. It's almost like Pandemic. You ever played Pandemic?
No, I haven't.
People like
swear it's the best.
Well, no, it was a cool game before COVID-19. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, this game where you have to like stop coronavirus just like running rampant across the you know what I mean? Like, and then if we all die if we like can't figure it out between a certain amount of like days or whatever.
Oh my God.
It's so funny that like it was a popular game. Now people are like, oh, let's play Catan instead.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that. But it's cool because you can only play with 2 people if you want.
Oh wow! Okay.
Most of those co-op games are like 3 people at least.
Yeah.
So like we played with my brother Ryan. He brought it over and we played. I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. So for Christmas, I got her that, and then I went and like totally nerded out and like decked it out. I like went on Etsy and found like someone made like a custom board. The way the game works is like it's just with tiles. So like you use these little tiles, and then you're supposed to just like have them on a table, but like. When it just felt so... I'm sure it's to keep the price down, but like...
Definitely.
But I was like, man, like this game's kind of cool. I feel like it deserves a board.
Yeah.
So like you can like... Some people make like custom boards, and you can like buy the like PSD on fucking Etsy. So I bought it, and then I went to some website where they like make fucking game boards, like custom ones. You can make one with like chicks with tits out. Or
That's
something.
so sick.
And then I was like printed on this, and then that came in. Then I got these little pieces that are like upgrades from like the stupid little like sorry like red, green, blue, white pieces to these like weird little like characters and shit.
That's cool. Dude.
And then like little cards like sleeves to put all the cards in so you can shuffle really fast. Because you have to shuffle the deck a lot in that game.
Okay.
So like it's just to where you can like, you know, do like Yu-Gi-Oh shuffle.
Definitely.
It's like you can like top load your deck and like fucking just be like, oh, I got Exodia on the first draw. Like better luck next time.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, I haven't seen a Water Rises in like a long time. It's like, oh, we're gonna win this game. Like,
oh my god,
that's so funny, dude. Like, freaking the fuck out. But
that's so cool.
No, we played too. I think we were playing on New Year's before fucking everyone showed up.
Dude, hell yeah.
And they were like, damn, you guys are fucking losers. You're playing a board game by yourself. It was Will and Jason and Vince. They showed up first and like... And then we were winning the game and we were talking shit. I was like, we got this shit, dude. And we just fucking got bought. In the last second. All we needed was a fucking helicopter card to win the game. And we just fucking shit the bed and died right there on fucking Fool's Landing. I was like, god damn it. What a fucking...
That's so cool, though.
No, it's not cool to lose in front of your friends. You're trying to.
That's how it's supposed to work, dude.
Yeah, like, hey, check this out. Hey, what's up, guys? Fucking fall, like hit my face, like
I'm the best of this, and then just suck ass, dude. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was. It's exactly
those games
what
are cool
happened.
though, dude.
And then I played fucking Will at Neo Turf Masters, and he like beat the fuck out of me, dude. I was like, I'll see you at the fucking summit. Like, we'll come back here, and you'll fucking. You have no chance, dude. You have no chance. I am the original fucking... The king of fucking... No, that's not even true. Me and Toki did play a match one time in Arizona. And, like, to win, I made this putt that was, like, just fucking unbelievable, dude.
That's so cool.
Well, it was, like, almost by accident. Like, I tried to make it, but, like, it was so far that, like, the way that the contours were, like... And there was a slope and grain and all this shit. And I really thought that I needed to have it to the right more. And I shot it and it just didn't do it as much as I thought I was going to.
Fuck.
And then it went. But then because of the slope, the ball started coming down and it came down and went into the hole.
That's so sick.
And there was some random guy who saw it and he was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, that's called a win. Yeah, it was like the funniest shit. He's like, bro, I'm gonna tell this story to people and they're gonna think I'm lying. I was like, you tell anyone who's willing to listen. I was like,
tell them how I live, dude.
Because this shit's not gonna last forever. In like 5 years I'll get bodied in my own fucking house by some fucking random fucking Puerto Rican kid. Like, he looked like fucking like Johnny Ramone, dude. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's like hair, like all long. And he was wearing this like really nice shirt.
Just
and
all
like
pony boyed out, dog. That's
just,
fucking sick, dude.
he looked good, dude. I was like, I don't know.
Neo Turf, dude.
I don't know.
You're the legend, dude.
No. Just another loser, dude. One day I'll practice, dude.
Dude,
they don't want me to practice. No one wants me to practice anything, dude.
No.
Put a little time into it, dude. You'll see what happens.
Then you're scary, dude.
The young hero, dude. All right, come on. What are we doing? Let's turn the show.
Well, boys, it's good to be back.
We somehow went 3 hours.
Yeah, that's
Just enough time to get a huge viral load of fucking COVID.
just enough.
COVID-19, dude. It's all right.
Hopefully we'll be back next week, and if we're not, you guys know why.
All right, later, fool.
Later, boys.
Let's do the fucking
outro. Yeah.
The outro. The intro.
Serious players only.
Yeah, fucking way better than FGC fucking Gob Squad or whatever. Kadar
Shout out
like,
to Pickle, though.
Pickle's cool, dude. Pickle's a badass. I like that guy. All right.
Later, Kadar. We love you, dude.
No, we don't.